Oh, hello there. How's it going? Welcome back to Crafters TV. It is a Thursday. Good morning, wherever you are. Good, almost morning if you're here in the UK. Good afternoon if you're in Europe. If you're in the US, good proper morning. It really is morning. We salute you, guys, especially if you're on the West Coast, which I know some of you will be, where it'll be 3 o'clock in the morning. We love that you join us and tune in this early. It's a Thursday, which means one thing. Well, it means two things really, doesn't it? It means cartload, but it means double cartload. And what a day it is today, because I've got not one, oh no, I've got double Debbie today. Debbie, how are you?
Good morning, I'm fine, Joe. How are you?
Oh, very good, thank you. Glad to be here with you twice today. Are you excited?
Twice. Double D's. You've got the double D twice today. So you've got me this morning for a couple of hours, and then you've got me this afternoon between 4 and 6 as well. And boy, have we got some cracking deals for you lined up. So I'm going to kickstart this by handing it straight back to Joe. He's going to talk you through what we got.
Oh, yes. Now, it is our festive event, let's not forget. So it means that everyone is going to get the free gift, which is fantastic. However, I'm going to put my neck on the line here and say we don't have enough free gifts, certainly to last the day, definitely to not get to the second show, I don't think. Maybe, it may even go in this show, I'm concerned. A quarter of the stock has already gone before the show. It should be $9.99 or $14.95. However, all you need to do is make sure that you've got £30 or $30 worth of product in your cart, and this will appear totally free of charge, which is fantastic. Right, loads of you saying hello from all over. Let's see who's in. Stacey's in from Washington State. I can see Leona's here from Manchester. Sally's there. Amy, Eleanor, Danny. Any questions you've got, guys, all the way through, then do drop them in. I'll pop them as well over to our lovely Debbie. Shall we dive in and have a look at what we've got coming up? First, in the show today, we have got some wonderful Ejabbour dyes for you on the show today. Firstly, from Dyesire. Now, these are fantastic. You're saving 60%. So these should be over $39.96 or $51, but today $15.98 or $20.72. So you can see here what you've got there. A few different options. Well, not options, because you're getting all of them, which is fantastic. You've got the Art Deco flower, which is going to cut that. Because they're Ejabbours, of course, they're going to do all of those different Ejabbour techniques. You've got your Aurora wheel, which I love. You've then got Cupid's bow. And you've got also the Countess Crown. Very, very regal, that one. These are gorgeous, Debbie. What can we do with these?
Oh, absolutely all sorts. Because they are an Ejabbour, it just means, well, you'll have seen our Sarah. She's shown you with the masterclasses that she's done over 2 and 3 times. These are the kind of things that you can do with these dyes. Now, look at that, Joe. I mean, straight on the edge, bit of ink and round the edge, and that looks incredible. But because it is an Ejabbour, this is what you can do with it. You can turn it into an easel card. Look how fabulous that looks, running on the diagonal side of the cardstock, then just add all your other embellishments. It truly is fabulous. You can use them as panels of an edge of a card. Look how gorgeous that one is. The love about this collection is that you're not having to choose. You're getting all of them, and I cannot believe that incredible price that you're getting these today. Look at this one, choker. I think I did one of these last week, Joe, if I remember rightly. I did myself a little purse.
Oh, you did?
This is the kind of thing that you're going to be able to create using these Ejabbours. Think about when it comes to making wedding invites, when weddings are back up and running, which they will be. It's going to be coming soon. These are the kind of things you can make. I don't know who Ms. Elaine Sumner is. But this is what you can do. Create your name settings for your weddings. You can go really large. Let me just hold that down there so you can see now we've got that on the inside panel of the card, as well as running along the top. And then to think about all the different ways that you're going to be able to use them, what you're going to be able to colour them in with, or what you're going to be able to cut them out in. This is glitter cardstock, and look how phenomenal that looks. They are absolutely stunning. I love it. An Ejabbour is one of my favourites of concept of dyes because of the vast ways that you can use them, and at that price today, it'd be mad not to.
It really, really would. Very, very busy on those. Already has been before the show. Got a wonderful concept die for you on the show today as well. It is our butterfly easel. Now, your saving on this one is amazing. It's around about £25. No, sorry, £12.50 you're saving on this one. Or if you're going for this in the US, it's $17.50, down from $35.94. So incredible. It's a half price deal for you. It gets even better. So this is the kind of thing you're able to achieve. This beautiful butterfly easel there, as you can see. And also, as a little cheeky bonus, we're going to throw in one of our happy birthday sentiment dies as well. Now, Debbie, I know you love your schmetterlings, don't you? I bet you're going to love this one.
Absolutely. And because it's an easel card, everything that's in there, say easel card, the easel die, there's absolutely everything you need to be able to create an easel card with total ease. There is nothing, no measuring, no having to work out what you're going to do, because this is the kind of card it's going to be able to create. You've got this beautiful design where this, I mean, I can't even think of what this design is, Joe, but this beautiful
Are you able to put that together easily?
Yes, of course. Boom, boom. I love it, Joe. But because it is a concept die, it means that you're going to be able to create things like a see-through easel as well. Really beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. I love this collection. So I say collection, I can't believe again the price that you're going to be able to get this for today. And then that Brucey bonus that you've got in there as well, that lovely happy birthday. I don't know why I thought of Bruce then.
For what?
Look how gorgeous these are. These dies are going to make these easel cards with ease. They really truly are. I love them, and I love a good butterfly.
Oh, schmetterlings, always so popular, and we bring them to you here at Crafters TV. $12.50 or $17.50 if you want to go for that one. Right, some wonderful Spectrum Noir products up next for you. It's a 3-pack of our 3 packs of our Aquatint inks, 30 mils in each of these. Exactly the same kind of ink you find in our pens, our brush pens. However, because they are in a pot, it means there's so much you can do with them. Let me take you through the colours that you're getting here. So you're going to get the Glitz and Glamour, which includes the pink garnet, the amethyst and the aquamarine. You've then got the perfect pastels, and in there you're going to get moonstones, cosmos and rose quartz, and then finally solar red, emerald green and blue topaz. Now, Debbie, there's so many techniques that you can do with these, isn't there?
Oh, I can't even say to you there's a figure. I can't even say to you there's like 50 techniques that you can do. The techniques with aquatints are absolutely endless. Lots of different techniques. Joe, did you have your book last week with all those gorgeous different things that you could do?
My book? I did have a book, didn't I? I wonder where it is. We'll find that technique book.
We'll find that technique book so we can talk through some of them, because I would need a masterclass of more than 2 hours to cover all the different things that you're going to be able to do with it. But look at this. This is just a simple, beautiful background with a gorgeous quirky sentiment on there as well. But look how incredible this looks in the Glitz and Glamour. How beautiful is that background, Joe? But then you can think about how you would use them with things that you have in your crafty stash. So this is one of our stamp sets. The water resist technique, always one of my favourites. I love that one. I just think that is absolutely exquisite. But then if you love your art and you are quite arty, look at this one. How fantastic is this? Using those aqua pots that we have on the show, that's just in the Glitz and Glamour. We've got the beautiful perfect pastels. So for the perfect pastels, this is the kind of thing you can create doing your colouring in with. You can use them as just backgrounds and use your die cuts over there and then have that inside. Look how fabulous that looks. And then let's not forget that beautiful summertime set of colours. Again, really gorgeous. Look how great that is in that summertime. And then like I said, Joe, create yourself a background and then die cut it out. And look, you've got an instant panel to go on there. Now, I know that says, do you know, I'd love to know what that says. Ich liebe dich. Ich liebe dich. What does that mean?
I love you.
Oh, Joe, thank you.
Say it
so
again for
much.
me.
Wait a minute. Ich liebe dich.
That's how you say it, yeah. Why does it sound funnier when you say it?
Oh, bless you. But, these are the kind of things that you're going to be able to create using those aquas. And can I just tell you, those pots are going to go a long, long way. There are 4 times more ink in those pots than there is in a pen. Incredible value.
Really great value. These are the boards from our aqua pens, but you can do the same techniques with our aqua tints as well. So just have a look at some of the stuff that you've got on here. So embossed with a little bit of gilding wax on there. You've got faux bleaching. You could use drawing gum. You've got a splodging. You can do your wash techniques with these as well. And also on this one here, you've also got the ability to stamp with the ink as well. Whether you want to do that, you've got a salt technique you can do here, resist, shaping foam techniques. There is so much you can do with them. The great thing is that today you're paying for 2, we're sending you 3, which is brilliant value. It really, really is. Right, we're going to move on. We're going to move on to some stamps. Now these are Always so much fun whenever we bring these to you. These are our Quirky Stamps. Now these are fantastic because you can get a great deal on these today. You're getting 25% off of these, which is fantastic. Now let me take you through some of them. I'd walk through fire for you. I fall in love with you more and more every day. I'm going to whiz through these pretty quickly, but you'll see here absolutely everything that you've got. Happy birthday to my favourite human. Who are you going to be sending that to? What does this one say here? Life is all about finding people who are your kind of crazy. Amen to that. I agree completely with that. But you've got lots in here. You've actually got 20 different clear acrylic stamps. They're going to be wonderful for different card projects. Great for doing things like postcard crafting. Great in home decor as well. Lots you can do with these. What does that say? Eyebrows, the one thing you can get into shape without exercising. It's the only thing I can get into shape at the moment, Debbie. I don't know about you. These are lots of fun, aren't they?
Oh gosh, honestly, Quirky, I love
You've been doing
Quirky
brilliantly
Stamps.
though, Debbie. You're getting well and truly into shape at the moment. I can see your shape, definitely from the side of the studio.
Shrinking shape. I hope I've got to continue it though, Joe. You've got to keep me on straight and narrow. I am doing really well, but I love.
If you're looking for a good influence, I'm not that person. Just letting you know that now in advance, Debbie.
Bless you. Well, I've got all my fruit and that, so no matter what cakes and dazzling fudge that you're fetching or that Sarah brings in, I'm not going to be tempted by any of it. But let's go back to these lovely Quirky Stamps. Look at this, Joe. I totally shaved my legs for you. I absolutely love them. Happy birthday to my favourite human. Look at these. Relax, you're not getting old. That ship has sailed. You've been old a while now. That's me. But look at this one. Don't grow up, it's a trap. I absolutely love that one. Eyebrows, the one thing you can get into shape without exercising. It looks incredible. My brain is experiencing technical difficulties. Please stand by. How many of us could say that? Then we've got choices of lattes and lipsticks. That's me. I'm definitely kind of a latte girl, although at the minute it's an Americano. But there we go. I fall in love with you more and more every day. And one of my favourites, silence is golden. Unless you have kids, then silence is suspicious. And that is so true. Who doesn't love a good quirky sentiment? They're incredible value for money. There's so many to choose from. You're going to have a field day. Go and have a look and see all the ones that something's going to be on there that will appeal to you most definitely.
Yeah, I think these are going to be that bit of your stash, Debbie, where you're really stuck for an idea one day and you think, it's fine, I've got 20 quirky sentiments, because, it's great to give these to people. I think they're great to give to people when you don't want to really give a mushy card, as I call it. It's one that's too sentimental, but also maybe for people who just want to have a bit of fun. Great for just because cards as well. Now, you can get them individually, but why would you when you've got such a great deal buying them as a whole collection? You're saving about £15 or $20 when you get them in this way, which is brilliant. Right, up next, I know we have got some amazing embossing folders for you. These are Debbie's selection of embossing folders that we've got here. Now, let me just whiz you through these. You've got the Majestic Schmetterlings, and these are the ones that Debbie has put together for us, which is this one here. You can see there exactly what you're able to achieve. You've got the Country Garden. Now, this one is beautiful. Very, very floral, this one. Beautiful when it's been inked like this. Then you've got this one here, which is the English Rose, as you can see, and this one really lovely. This would be great to paint maybe back in with those aqua tints that we showed you a moment ago. And then finally, one of these Chloe embossing folders. Now this one is amazing. This is one of those things, it does something to your eyes, Debbie. You need to refocus a bit. It is really, really stunning. Very modern, that one as well. I imagine there's going to be loads you can do with that.
Absolutely. The thing about embossing folders, Joe, is that you can do so much with them. They can be a background part of your card. They can be real focal vision, depending on what you're colouring them in with. There's just a whole heap of different things. I did a masterclass just a couple of weeks back with embossing folders, and that was just scratching the tip of the iceberg, because again, very much like some of the other things that we've got on the show, there is multiple ways that you can use an embossing folder, lots of different techniques that you can do when it comes to embossing folders. And I've just fetched a couple of my favourites here. Lovely, I love this one because this is just showing you what you can do with regards to alcohol pens on top of craft metal or mirror card, which this one's been done with mirror card, and look how incredible that looks. That detail is outstanding. If you just want to take your inks to it though, look at this, just take your inks, look how bright
ink me.
and vibrant. Ink me Joe. But again, real beautiful, different ways that you can use them. I had to put in my all-time favourite. I absolutely adore the Country Garden. I always say it's a big statement to say, Joe, but literally the Country Garden is absolutely the favourite the favourite embossing folder of mine.
It looks like a mixed media project when
It does,
but all you've done is put it through.
Exactly. Look at this. This has just been run through onto some black cardstock, just with silver embossing powder, silver gilding wax. Again, just really, really makes something so focal, so beautiful. You saw, if you did see the masterclass, I had showed a little box you can make trinket boxes, chop down bits and stick them on. You can do absolutely all sorts with an embossing folder. Absolutely my all-time favourite collection. I love all of those that are in there, and what a great price. 3D embossing folders, 3D. Let's just put that into perspective. That's that extra dimension, extra sculpture, and so much fun you're going to have with those.
You're going to absolutely adore them. I know they're very, very busy already, were before we came live. Remember as well, make sure you get that basket spend up to £30 or $30, and everyone will get that Sweet Florals free gift. I know over a quarter of this had gone before we even came live. I don't think we have enough to last this Cartload show, so make sure you get that in there. Right, should we have a whiz through some of the stuff that's coming up on the show today, which you'll see live, but it's so chock-a-rammed full that I haven't got a chance to show you everything live at the top of the show. We'll get to it as we go through. This is the Brights card and paper. Now, it was so busy a couple of weeks ago when we brought this to you. We've actually brought it back again. It's £5.99 or $9.99, depending on where you are. It's on a buy more, save more too. So you get 2 of these for £10 or $16. Of course, you're going to get 4 of these. It would be £20 or $32. So you can see the more you buy, the more you save with that, which is fantastic. Now, we've also got the Floral Delights paper pad coming up on the show as well. This one here is £8 or $12.91. 54 8x8 pages in here. Really gorgeous. They're like country manor wallpapers. Really, really stunning. 15% off of that, which is fantastic. If you love your embossing folders and you think, do you know what, I'm going to have an embossing folder kind of day today, then we've got even more of them for you. This is the 3D embossing folders with a 40% saving here as well, which is fantastic. In there, you've got 3 more 3D embossing folders too. We'll show you those a little bit later in the show. You've got Floral Fusion, Flourishing Frame, and Indian Summer in that one. Now, Debbie's all-time favourite, chunky glue. She loves this stuff. You can get 3 of them today. It's on a triple pack, £13.50 or $25. 3 tubes, and also 3, all of them have got the tools with them too. And that's fantastic, because I know so many of you lose the tools or you misplace them. This is a great chance to get all 3 sets, all with tools. Brilliant. Now, the stamping mat, some cushion for the pushing, which is so fantastic. This is back in stock. It's been out of stock for a really, really long time. You can grab it today with the 4x4 stamping platform as well. So it's a great chance for you to get both of these today. And the 4x4 is $9.99 normally as well. So it's a great deal on both. $12.50 or $18 if you want to go for that one. Right, that is a little bit of an amuse-bouche of what is coming up in this show today. I know that Debbie was like, right, Joe, can we please do the nesting dies first? Absolutely, we can do the nesting dies first. Let me whiz you through what you're getting in here, because this is, and again, another deal. We did a similar deal. What I would say is, if you've seen this previously, the nesting dies, and you saw when we did a 10-piece collection and you loved it and you thought, I'm going to get it, but you didn't get it, then we bought you an 8-piece collection, you said, oh, I'm going to get it, but then you didn't get it. You know what's happening here, don't you? This is a 6-piece collection. We've still held that great discount from when we bought you a 10-piece collection of 40%, which is fantastic. This should be today $77.94 in the UK, down to £45, or $101.70 down to $60. So you've got 40% off. You've got as well a real good variety in here. So you've got the scalloped edge square, you've got the scalloped edge oval, the torn edge circle, the torn edge oval, the stitch edge circle, and the stitch edge oval as well. Let me show you some of the things that you're going to be creating with these when you use them. You can see here that wonderful square there that you've got. It's all about you being able to create all of your own card blanks, doing your own mats and layers, creating your own shaker cards as well in here. You've got to a special friend here. Look at some of these beautiful card concepts. Wonderful as well for creating tags. There is absolutely loads that you are able to do there. £45 or $60 if you get that. Now, the great thing is about that, of course, everyone that is going for that is, of course, going to get the free gift whilst we have the stock, because of course over £30 or $30 worth of products in your basket, and you will get that completely free of charge. Right, I'm going to hand you over to Debbie. Any questions or comments that you've got whatsoever, get them into me. I'm going to do my favourite bit now, which is a bit of chatting along and a bit of gossiping, and Debbie's going to do some crafting. I think we're going to have a lovely couple of hours, don't you, Debbie?
Oh, absolutely, because who doesn't love a bit of crafting? In fact, get your craft on yourselves. Why don't you sit there? I know I do. I sometimes watch our Sarah and Joe, or Leanne and Joe, while I'm busy crafting in my craft room, and I sit there watching and crafting along at the same time. It's a lovely way of doing this. Now then, I'm going to start with the nesting dies. I love a good nesting die. A good set of tools, my dad always told me. Good set of tools will always stand you in good stead, and it really will. Now, matting and layering, our Craig, king of mat and layer. That's what we call him, don't we, Joe? King of mat and layer. But it's a skill. It's a skill. And I know there's still some people out there that struggle, but struggle no more, because we've got these incredible shapes. Let me just tell you, first of all, shapes, and also different styles in there, from scallops to torn edges to this. There's all sorts in there, and it really is a fabulous deal. And sometimes to get that perfect mat and layer can be really difficult, especially when it comes to those unusual shapes. But you get yourself a good set of tools, and it's a no hard job anymore. And there's lots of things that you can do with it. I'll show you some samples after I finish. But what I'm going to do is create myself a lovely easel card, and then create some mat and layers, perfect mat and layers to fit in there to add for decoration. Now, I'm using my larger Gemini today, so I've got my large plates out, and I've got a couple of pieces of white stamping cards to start with, and I'm just going to run that through, and I'll just pop a little bit of tape just to hold it into place. With any of our thin metal dies, regardless of whether it be a Gemini machine or whether it be a manual machine or other machines that you have that are on the market, all of these dies are going to fit through there, depending on the size of your machine, depending on the size of the die.
Apparently, you were spotted in a supermarket on Monday, Debbie. Yeah, a friend of Danny says, yeah, Monday, spotted Debbie doing a shopping in a supermarket.
Actually.
Where,
yes,
where were
you? Which supermarket was it? Was it, because I don't think I was in Morrison's.
Do you not know which supermarket you were in?
I was in Morrison's on Monday because I dropped something, and a lovely kind lady helped me, because I didn't realise it had fallen through the cracks of my basket. Well, I say my basket. The cracks of my shopping trolley. That fell through there. And she helped me up. She helped me get it. It actually was a sherbet fountain, let me just tell you. One of my sins a day, I have to have a sherbet. Like I'm a sweet tooth.
A sherbet what?
Well, I didn't get to this shape, right? Not being like living off lettuce leaves and things like that. I love sweet things, and I can't give them up. But I have to measure them now, so it was a sherbet fountain, and they were rolling behind me because they'd slipped through the holes of the basket. And I saw her, she was going, excuse me. That wasn't the only thing I dropped in the market, let me just tell you.
Oh, Debbie, never change, never change.
I can't, Joe, even if I tried. Look, I've got myself 2 perfect panels. This is going to be, look how quick that happened, eh? Did you see that? And that beautiful detail all the way around as well. This is going to be the base of my card. But I need some mat and layers as well. So let's cut through some mat and layers. And I've got lots of beautiful coloured cardstock on here. So I'm going to pop those through. Yeah, whoever it was that said that they'd see me shopping, you'll have to tell me where you saw me shopping.
It was Danny. I don't know. Maybe it was a friend of Danny's. So Danny, maybe you can let me know where you saw Debbie out shopping. That would be brilliant.
Actually, was it when I was up here though? Because I was. No. I just came up, dropped a few things off. No, it can't have been here. It definitely. I was shopping for my daughter's birthday as well, you see, so it could be that. Yeah, it could be. You were
in a supermarket, so unless you were getting her a pound of bananas, I don't know what you were getting her. What you were buying her?
Well, I was buying a birthday cake. I weren't really buying her a birthday cake. I bought her some cupcakes because she didn't do birthday cakes.
That's cute.
I know. Bless her. I'm a good mum, you know. I am a good mum.
You are indeed. Leona says she's left a note on the front door today to let the delivery person know if they could just open the front door and leave the parcel inside, so she can continue watching the show. She doesn't need to get up and go and fetch her daily Crafter's Companion parcel, which is on its way today.
Oh, bless her.
always good. You never want to miss it. If you do miss any of our shows, though, do remember you can always watch them back at a later date. You can watch pretty much all of our shows. And whilst the deals are there for like 48 hours, unless it's a 24-hour time deal, all of the inspiration is there forever. So, you know, you can go back and find maybe previous shows where Sarah's done these nesting dies if you wanted to as well. So you've got everyone's ideas and inspiration pretty much forever there. Love the colour palette you've used with these, Debbie, because it wouldn't be what I would maybe initially, the shape doesn't make me think pastels, but actually now you've cut them out, I'm thinking,
Exactly. And I love a nice summer pastel. I mean, we've got some gorgeous cardstock on the show today. One of my favourites is the textured cardstock. I go through this by the bucket load, let me just tell you, and I do mean by the bucket load, because I just think it's gorgeous, and these colour tones are beautiful. Now, if you see, all of these are going to fit inside one another with perfection, Joe, with perfection. Just need a little one more, so I'm going to go for my smaller one down. But this is the thing, what I talk about these nesting dies. There's no guesswork. You don't have to try and cut it with a guillotine or cut it with a craft knife. I'm just going to switch round to my smaller plates for a second, Joe. Just bear with. But yeah, there's no guesswork. It's all done precision wise, and like we're going back to that tool analogy, my dad always did say, good set of tools, it really will help to have, and it truly does mean that when you have a good set, these are going to be things that you pull out of your craft stash all the time, things that you're going to do when you want that perfect matte and layer, when you want to create something like your own card blanks as well. It really is, they're incredible. I love nesting dies. I've loved every single one that we've brought out. There may be more in the pipeline.
I know you always said as well, I remember someone recently was saying, what do I need? If I'm going to get into die cutting, Debbie, what do I need? And I remember you saying to them, nesting dies were top of that list, weren't they?
Absolutely. They always are at the top of the list because of just the versatility of them and the fact that you're not having to do anything to guess any sizes, not having to chop a quarter of an inch off all the way round, and that's how it normally works with matting and layering. It's great if you can do it, absolutely. But have these dies one pass of your machine done and dusted. I mean, while I've been busy talking, I've created me 2 panels for my outside cards, and then I've got all my matte and layers ready to go on the top. How incredible is that, Joe?
Oh, you got a gossip and a craft at the same time. I mean, what could be better, Debbie?
Exactly.
What could be better?
Now, I'm just going to place this onto my scoreboard. So again, another great tool, scoreboard. I wouldn't be without my scoreboard, let me just tell you. And I'm just going to create a little bit of I just want to create a lip for my card. Let me just pop that onto there. There we go. And that creates my panel now, what I'm going to stick together with the other panel. So let me just pop that down there for a second.
A few super fans. Stacey says it's fine. She's not doing any shopping today. Do you know why, Debbie?
Why?
She's got absolutely every single item that was shown us so far.
Really?
I mean, Stacey is a 16 times platinum member. We found out in the week. Yeah, I think it was 11 times or 16 times. I can't remember. But, you know, as super fans go, Stacey, usurps most of them, I must say. But also, who else was it? Someone else was saying they've got everything as well. Debbie Holiday, also one of our absolute super fans, has got everything in the show. Lots of you talking about what you're going for. Lynn Harvey saying the stamps are brilliant. Leona saying she'd love to get the Quirky Stamps too. Jan's loving all of the embossing folders, as is Michelle. So loads of you shopping and getting stocked up. Kirsten says she loves it when I say Schmetterling. So there you go, that's for you, Kirsten. I think she might be in Germany at our Kirsten. Do you want a funny story about the German language?
Go on then.
Flowers in German, Blumen, and the word for corner, Debbie.
Yes.
There is I've seen with my own eyes a florist on a corner in Germany called Blumeneck. There you go. I know. Isn't language a beautiful thing?
It is a wonderful thing. It really is. It really is. Now, look, can you see while we're being busy, what am I doing, Joe? I am layering all these up. Now, I could have put some foam pad or my favourite glue, chunky glue. I could have put my chunky glue and really lifted them off to create a really beautiful panel. However, I just thought, you know what, Joe? No, I mean, don't really need much more. I'm going to show you. I've got a little sentiment here that's coming up later on in the show. But I'm just going to pop that right across the middle.
That chunky glue 3-pack's on the bottom of your screen there, Debbie. Usually $16.47 today. Oh no, $13.50 today.
Oh, I know. I've dried up, Joe. My chunky glue's dried up. Hang on a minute. Let me just give it a little poke. Let me get a little poll.
Debbie, what is wrong with you? We're like, how far are we? 28 minutes in. You've talked about things falling through the crack in your baskets. Your sherbet dib dab falling out. Now you've dried up. I just can't take it. I mean, I'm going to have no sides left by the end of the day.
Bless you. Anyway, it weren't a sherbet dib dab, it were a sherbet fountain. There's a difference, Joe. There's a difference. Let's get me sweet right. Right, let's just show you now. Well, again, all I've done is added a few little embellishments just on there, but I've created my own my own card blank. It's got that lovely inside as well. Just by creating that little panel on the back has meant that now it's ready for sending, writing on, and then just, I mean, look how easy that was to do. Something really effective. Bet, can I show you some more samples?
Of course you can.
Because, honestly, when it comes to these dies, I want to talk about that versatility. Absolutely incredible versatility. Look at this one, and it's got my favourite embossing folder in the background of this. Look how gorgeous, bright and beautiful this one is. Absolutely gorgeous, using Harmony ink pads for that letterpress technique in the background, and then the dies, look, the dies have created the matten and layer, and depending on the gap in between, this is the effect that you can get. You can create your own aperture cards, always one of my favourites, because you've got the dies to be able to create this aperture so that it goes in. Again, making your own easel cards, using very similar to what I've just done, but this time with 3 panels, and then just decorating it with some embellishments. Lots and lots of different ways that you are going to be able to use these cards. They're incredible. Shaker card, Joe, a good old shaker card, creating the aperture again, but not only the aperture, it's created this beautiful sentiments for it to sit on top, that lovely one. And then one of my favourites, just going to show you this one. Absolutely love this, because this is the next level that you can take it onto. Really incredible detail there. I just think there's such a versatile die to have. Why wouldn't you? A good tool of the trade, Joe, is always going to last you a lifetime.
It really, really will. And again, these are a real crafty staple. Remember, they should be over £77 here in the UK. Over $100 is what you should be paying for these in the US. However, as you can see, £45 or $60 to get all 6 sets of those, which is fantastic. Lots of you going for them. Remember as well, when you're going for them, it means you are going to get the free gift. It will automatically appear in your basket when you are over £30 or $30, over a quarter of that already gone. Loads still more to see in this show for you. Some stamps and dies coming your way very, very soon. Now, these are great because these are our edgeable words, and that means you can do all of your edgeable techniques with these, which is fantastic. You're paying for 2. We are sending you 3, which is fantastic. So here, you're paying for Party and Dream. You're getting Cute included as well. Another option in this for you, you've also got this one here. In this one, you're paying for Hope and Live, and we're going to give you Thanks, which I think is pretty brilliant, don't you? $9.98. You can, of course, go for both of those if you want to. What you might want to do, if you wanted to do like edged words with these where these words are coming over the edge or over the side of a project, then just go for these on their own. If you'd like to put them in an aperture, maybe go for this next item too, because this is our circle frames, £11 or $16 here, and it will give you that at that curve which you are after. So definitely grab that as well. You go for all of those today for like what, £30 to get all 3 of those items, which is amazing value for money. It really, really is. Right, we're going to come back. We're going to look at some of the Totally Tiffany items. Now, we were welcome Totally Tiffany here to Crafts Companion family really not that long ago, and it's fantastic to have her. So I want to whiz you through some of the items that we've got on the show today, and these are our stamp storage pockets that we're looking at just here. So it is a 3-pack today, which is fantastic. So you're going to get 15 of those in total. Let me show you the kind of thing that you're going to be able to use these for. So what you've got is these brilliant little pockets. Now, the wonderful thing is they're all tabbed, so they're all tabbed in different levels. You can put little sticky bits on there. You can use it to keep your embellishments in. Of course, you can put dies in here as well if you want to. And it just means that if you've got little boxes where stuff is just, you know, rattling around in there, get it all organised. Get your birthday stamps in one, your Christmas stamps in another. And I think for quite a small investment, you're going to be able to get all organised with all 15 of those. I've got a little box that you might be able to put them into on the show, which I'll show you in a minute. Now, talking of other bits that are on the show, we've got the magnetic sheets for you. Now, these are fantastic because you get 5, they're 5 by 7, and you get a set of 5 in each of these, and this is a trio. So really, you're getting 15 sheets of 5x7 magnet for £12.50 or £17.50. Debbie, do you think you could die cut these?
I don't see why not. I was just looking. I've got my bag here already. I'm ready to fill all my dies up inside because look, I just think, but yeah, you could definitely
Could you die cut those?
And then you've got your own fridge magnets. Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Absolutely, because look, I've put mine in my little wallets. I've just doubled them all up because they're ready to now be filled. I love this bag. Can I just tell you?
It's great, isn't it? That's Karen. She's called.
It is the Karen one.
The crazy for card making. It's not on the show. You will find it on the website. So yes, you could die cut these. That's good. The other thing as well, if you've got an A5 binder, you could hole punch these as well if you wanted to and pop them in your binder. Loads of different ways to use them at £12.50 or £17.50. Or what you could do with them, along with the pockets that I showed you, is you could pop them in your fab file, which is amazing. So the fab file is great. I think this is going to be wonderful for organising all of your finished projects that you've done. It's nice and wide as well, so you're going to be able to get loads in there. But what you'll notice is the magnetic sheets fit in there beautifully, as do the stamp pockets as well, so they can all go in there. So it means that you can store everything away in there, which is fantastic. It's really robust, really durable. You're able to get loads in there as well. We've been very, very busy across all of the Totally Tiffany, items that we've shown you, or that we've launched with you since a couple of Fridays ago now. Go back and watch the show back, the Craft House. It was so lovely to have Tiffany live with us in the studio. Right, Ejabbours, always so popular when we bring them to you here at Crafters TV. You've got 3 Ejabbour masterclasses available right now over on the website, so you'll be able to go back and get 6 hours of Ejabbour inspiration, which is also compatible with these dies too. These are great because they're very sort of ornate, these ones, aren't they, Debbie?
Absolutely. These are really beautiful dies. All 4 of these dies are incredible. In fact, can I just grab hold of my others while I grab, just so I can show you? Because you're not having to choose. And this is what I love about this. Not having to choose, but look at the price. I'm thinking about the price. It's an incredible price. But each one of them, they've got a beautiful design to them. So what we've got here is Cupid's bow. I absolutely adore the Cupid's bow one. Really beautiful. The concept there is that's your metal die, and I'm going to show you how to use them and how easy these are to use. The Art Deco flower is absolutely beautiful. And then the Aurora wheel, again, another beautiful, lovely die there. I'm going to use for my first demo, love this one, Countess Crown. I just think Countess's Crown, should I say, Countess's Crown. But all of these dies work in the same way. So you'll have seen our Sarah with the masterclass. If you haven't, go back and check out the different things that she's going to do. I'm just going to show you how it works simply for the very first one as an Ejabbour. But you can see here, metal die, and if you look very closely, the outside edge starts from here and runs all the way along the top of the die and then just comes to this other point here at this side. Absolutely incredible. This bit underneath means it stays within the cardstock. So it just means, think of all the different ways. You'll have seen Sarah do a Z-fold cards, diagonal cards, cut on the top and in the middle of card. I'm trying to think of all the other things, into boxes, all sorts of different ways. I've just taken a piece of Centura Pearl and I've measured this at 8 by 6 inches. I've taken a pencil and just given myself a little bit of a line, and this is just a little top tip from me. If you're not confident in trying to find the middle of the cardstock, wherever it is that you want to place your die, just take a ruler and a pencil because you can rub it out afterwards. What I will say to you is don't be tempted to run a score line going all the way through and then place it on, because what you'll find is that if you do that, you'll get the score line running through and it kind of affects the cut and how it looks. So whenever you're using these, don't put a score line in. But what you're going to use, and I'm just going to show you just for a second, because you can see from when you lay the die down, that is where the start of the outside cutting edge starts and finishes. So I'm going to line that up onto that line, and then I'm going to tape that down. So let me grab a little bit of tape.
I've had reporters have been back in touch. It was Morrison's Barnsley you were spotted. So forget Kate and Wills being spotted at Waitrose in Kings Lynn. Oh no, our Debbie spotted at Morrison's in Barnsley, which I think is...
You weren't the one that came running after me with my shirt at Fountains, were you? Oh, actually, I think I did drop my cockles as well. I can't remember.
Did you drop your what?
My cockles. Love a good cockle. I love a good cockle.
Oh, don't we all, Debbie? Don't we all?
I love a good cockle. Do you know the pickled cockles? I love them. Stick them in a bag of crisps and you've got yourself a really nice...
Pickled cockles and crisps.
Plain crisps. Pop them, drain off your cockles, stick them in. That's my treat. 7.5 cents because the cockles are totally free.
That sounds absolutely disgusting.
Oh, it's absolutely beautiful. A lovely old dear that I used to work with. Oh, Pearl, I do miss her so much. But Pearl taught me that delicacy. Introduced me to that delicacy.
Cuisine in there you've got.
It is.
Move over, Gordon Ramsay and Hessian bathroom tile. Debs is in town with her cockles.
Oh dear. Oh well, we all have quirks, don't we? We all have quirky ways of eating things. I'm not the only one. Drop them in comments, all your different things that you eat. I'm sure Joe would like to know as well.
I really do. Lots of love for those nesting dies as well. A lot of you telling me you're going for them. A lot of people having a good old craft and a great giggle today, which is what we want people to do, isn't it, Debbie?
Absolutely it is, Joe. Now I've just die cut that through, and what I want to do is now give it a nice embossed finish. So I'm just going to look for my embossing mats just for a second. There's the little one. There we go. I've had a little rummage now. What I'm going to do before I emboss this detail, and if you don't want to emboss it, that's totally fine. I just like the embossed detail.
So what difference does it make, Debbie?
With an emboss, you get the embossed like features in the die come through. It pushes it even more. Everybody knows though the power of the Gemini. You can see that perfect cut all the way around there is absolutely fabulous. But what it just does is give it a nice finish when you're using this. So again, just going to place that over the top. I'm taking my magnetic shim out and then I'm going to run that through. Now it's not just our dies that have this feature. There's lots of dies from other companies that all have a metal die cut and then an embossed feature. And just by running it through, you get that extra oomph, the extra embossing detail that comes through there.
American viewers are very confused, I should say, about what a cockle is. Robin in Maryland, Stacey in Washington. What is a cockle? Cockle, is it like a clam? Yeah, it's kind of like a really small clam, basically.
Yeah,
it's a shellfish.
Absolutely, it's a seafood, Joe. Very little one it is, a little shellfish. Right, so if I just lift that off, and I'm going to be careful when I lift this off, because don't forget it's remaining in the cardstock as well as cuts out there, but you can see now I'm just going to pop out all them extra little parts, and then I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring back in my scoreboard and I'm going to use the score line, just place that on. That's why we always have a little black mark on there, and I'm just going to take my scoring tool and just go from where the outside cutting edge is to there, and the same at this side. And what that's going to do now is create that lovely fold over. Now I'm just going to carry on poking my bits out, Joe. Do you want to read some more comments?
Carry on poking your bits out. Kelly's, we've had loads of people talking about random, I was going to say weird foods, but I'm not, because that could be offensive. Random foods. Kelly, get this one. I reckon my producer Laura's going to hate this one. Are you ready? A peanut butter, mayonnaise and onion sandwich.
Huh?
I can't imagine that. Robin says chili dog with coleslaw on top. Now I'm into that one. I can get invested with that one. Stephen says he grates cheese into a bag of crisps. Sounds quite delicious. That
sounds delicious. I like that one. I like the idea of that one.
Have you had any mussels to go with your cockles?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I love mussels as well. Mussels usually go in my tuna. When I have a seafood salad, absolutely love it, and crab sticks and all those kind of things, absolutely beautiful. Love a good mussel.
I'm really hungry now.
I know.
Getting very, very busy on this Art Deco Ejabbour collection. Remember, you're getting 4 Ejabbour dies for this price. So what are you looking at there? You're looking at £4 per die, which is or $5.50 or $5.25 per die if you're in the US, which is fantastic. Remember, you're saving more than you're spending as well. So definitely, I think you've been thinking about just treating yourself to a little soupçon in today's show, then maybe this could be the one that you go for.
Right, Joe, so now I've been poking on my bits out. I've run a little bit of water reactive ink just over the top using my Ejabbour, and it just gives it a little bit of what's the word? A lift off. It lifts it off, it makes it pop off. And then what I've done, Joe, is I've taken a piece of cardstock, and I don't know if you can see the word party. party, and that's in that gorgeous collection, but I'm going to do a demonstration with those to show you as well, but that's just a little extra. And just giving that a little bit of an edge round there, I'm going to stick that on the front of there, and you've got an instant card so quickly. And I love that. Do you know that party die, Joe? It's one of my favourites. I love it.
Oh, you can get that along with Dream and Cute. Just $9.98 to get all three, Debbie. Can you believe that?
Absolutely. And it's not a little sentiment. Look, if I just hold that up there for a second so we can see it. Let me just hold that up. Oh, Debbie, fingers and thumbs today. Fingers and thumbs. There you go. You've got an instant little edgeable card, popped off with a little bit of ink, and just add a little... And this paper pad's from the Floral Blossoms paper pad, Joe, that we've got on the show as well. Which is gorgeous, an 8x8 paper pad. We'll run through that. I've got my little pad down the side of me. But again, using the party. Look outside. That's not a little party. That's a big party.
Oh, it's a huge party, that one.
Absolutely. There you go, Joe.
Really?
Quick, simple card on the edge of a card. Very quick, very easy to do. Just incredible. Lots of different ways you can use them though as well. Can I just show you a few more? Of course you may. Absolutely. Running down the sides. You can take your cardstock and run these down the sides of your card to create that lovely panel there. And again, a real lovely feature. Take it onto the top of your card or the middle of your card. You've got a really great card there as well. Ink them up. Get them inked or cut them out in glitter cardstock or use them on stepper cards. Absolutely beautiful card, that one. Love it. Or use it down the diagonal side again for an easel card. So many ways you're going to be able to use them. An incredible price today as well, Joe, for all those edgeables that are going to do lots and lots of different ways that you're going to be able to use these, which makes them a real versatile die at an incredible price today.
Yeah, £4 per die, which is amazing value for money. Something else I need to tell you about, it is in stock right now. So many of you ask me about this stuff and when we can get more of it and when it's going to be there on the website. It's our Centura Pearl A3 cardstock. Now, it's in stock right now. We've got a hint of silver and a hint of gold. This is the hint of gold you've got here. I'm not sure if you can really can you see that beautiful pearlescence that you've got on that? I mean, it really is amazing. If you want to go for this, it's on a 4 for $30 or $42 on selected cardstock. Now, you've got the Snow White hint of gold, so you could go for 2 of those along with 2 of the hint of silver, which is also on the website for £30 or $42. We've also got things like all of our luxury card packs in there. We've got also craft card stock. There's absolutely loads. Stamping card, great day to get stocked up. Would be quick for if you want the A3 hint of silver or hint of gold. Now, shut the front door, shut the back door, ride the dog up the road naked and kiss the milkman. 40% of this has gone. We're not even 40% of the way into this show and already 40% of that gift has sold out. If you want this, it should be $9.99 or $14.95. Just make sure you've got £30 or $30 worth of products in your cart after your Club Inspired discount comes off. Then this will appear as if by magic, which is one of a little Christmas gift from us to you. Remember, there's a brand new Christmas gift every single day throughout our festive event, which ends on Sunday. And oh, what a day we've got for you on Sunday. We've got a special festive Cartload on Sunday, and we've got a 3-hour roundup as well, myself and Sarah, of our festive event. So 5 live hours for you on Sunday. It's going to be amazing. I hope you can join me for that. I need to just quickly remind you of the Easel butterfly. I knew Debbie would be so excited when I saw that this was on the show today. It's half price as well, so it should be £25 or $35. However, today, as you can see, that price has plummeted. £12.50 or $17.50. You not only get the easel, you also get the little happy birthday expressions, that lovely sort of scrolly writing in there too. If you want to watch and shop at the same time, it's really simple to do that. Pop yourself across to our website, crafterscompanion.co.uk.com or .eu. You'll see this video on the home screen. There's a little shop now button just underneath. It's very, very simple. Right, Debbie, I know you're going to be, I can't wait to see what you're going to do with this one.
Oh, there were so many ways. I'm thinking, do you know, I sat scratching my head yesterday thinking, oh, what can I do? And I've got to use this one. Got to use this one. I absolutely love this die set. This is an incredible value for money die set that means, again, the concept of doing easels. I showed you a nice little card blank at the beginning of the show using the nesting dies, which you can do with ease with those nesting dies. But if you want something really sensational, look at this. This is an easel card with ease, because all the worker elements are on this die set. And then we're also throwing in that gorgeous happy birthday as well that you're going to be able to use. I just think it's an incredible value. It's got all the dies. So when we'd say all the dies, it's got the outer edge die which creates the easel part. It's even got on there, in the very bottom, there is a little piece of metal, and I say a little piece of metal, it's not actually going to die cut anything, it's going to create the score line. So with ease, we're going to be able to create the base of the card. I've taken some craft card and I've just folded that into half, and the size of that is a 6 by 6. And what I'm doing is I'm placing it over. Now, there's a couple of ways you can do this. You could cut 2 panels out if you wanted and put them together, but I'm just going to show you how easy this is to use to keep it in the cardstock itself. So let me just pop down some low tack tape, just cover that over all 3 sides there, and then we're going to die cut through that. And again, thin metal die, it's cutting through 2 layers of craft card. So I always start with a lower combination when it, I just nearly forgot then, and fire. Let me go back a step. I was talking about creating my score line. We can do it at the same time. Fancy me forgetting that, Joe. Fancy forgetting that little bit. What am I like? Exactly, what am I like? So I'm just going to place that on, and I'm going to pop that in the middle. So I'm going to hold that down with a bit of tape as well. And then I'm going to run it through my Gemini. There we go.
So many people talking about random things. Leona says a pie balm, which is a Wigan kebab, which is basically a pie between 2 pieces of bread. Sounds delicious. A carb sandwich. Yes, please.
How can you get your mouth around that, Leona?
Well,
I'm just thinking.
It's quite a big mouth. I've got
a pie inside a bap, as in like a bread bap, as in like a bread cake we call it.
Yeah.
Oh,
a pie and a sandwich.
Goodness.
You just squish it.
I would say knife and fork it. Knife and fork it. Get your knife and fork stuck in.
Absolutely. I mean, you do you, hun. That's what I say, Debbie.
Right, so when I take this off now, let me just take all me, look at me with tape, I've got loads of it on, but I'd rather pop a little bit of low tack tape down and to keep it secure than it to move around. Anybody who owns a Gemini will know what I mean. It's a powerful machine, a very powerful machine. The best on the market, in all honesty, but I don't want things to move around there. So I'm just gonna now just remove that from the cardstock just for a second. There we go. Let's take that little bit off, take the top bit off. It's even popped my score line in there, so you can see now, if you look at this, it's got the score line going across. So all you do is fold that over and you've got your first part of your easel card done in, what, a second?
How fantastic if you wanted to batch make these,
Absolutely.
Debbie. You know, if you had a lot of cards to make, or a lot of invitations or place settings to make, this is going to make it so easy because it's done all the working out, all the calculating for you. I mean, if you want to be a Sarah Scissorhands and, you know, get on your scoreboard, which is great, but some people aren't that talented in that respect. So this is great, especially if you're starting as well, Debbie.
Absolutely. And then there's other parts of the die now. So we've cut the base, got the base, it's all ready, sat waiting to be used. What I've actually done is I've cut myself another large panel here using the largest one, because that is now will sit onto the top of this panel here. Let me just bring that in so you can see. So now it becomes and creates that easel part. But I want to decorate this, Joe. It looks a bit boring at the minute, so I want to decorate it. So with this next panel down, so that's the large die here. Let me just move that across so you can see it. That's the larger die. This one sits in. So again, you've got a couple of nesting dies thrown in for this, Joe. If you're just using this on its own, you've got a couple of nesting dies. And what I did was I cut another piece of cardstock out using that one. However, we've got a nice now blank space to create the decorative part, and this is where this die really comes into its own, because you've got 2 parts as well, which means this piece could be used on its own, Joe, and just reverse it if you wanted to create that without a butterfly on. But if you want the full whack and get the full effect, you're going to pop it on all together. So I'm going to bring back in my plate before I start. So let's pop that onto my plate. This is when you can use, I mean, I'm going to do both at the same time, but this is because it's split into 2. It means you could do that part first, run it through your die machine, then come back and add that part in. But I'm going to do both at the same time. It depends on how confident you are and how comfortable you are. But what you don't want to do, and this is why you must make sure you take this down, is that it doesn't slip underneath, because if it slips underneath, you're going to break your die.
You don't want it to, wait for it, House of Pain. Jump around. Thank me later. Thank me later. Alicia says, I made a twisted easel out of these. Love this die. So versatile. I'm back in the bag now. Oh, there I am. Yes, thanks. Barbie's just letting me know. She's popping in just to say hi. She's got a 3-day-old kitten that she's nursing. So she'll be watching, but she's going to take care of the 3-year-old kitten. So thanks for letting us know, Barbie. A lot of you saying that you got these already. I have this die, love it. Also, she dies. Lots of you talking about as well. Anne says, how big is this dog that you ride up the road naked, Joe? Well, what are you insinuating, Anne? It would have to be a Great Dane, I think, wouldn't it? Or it would have to be like the dog out of Harry Potter. What's that? The dog in Harry Potter. They have a massive dog in that, don't they?
Oh, there is. Rightly. Yeah, what's he called, that dog?
I can't remember his name. Diane's asking if we make the craft card in A3 size. I'm not sure we do.
No, it's just the one size, the craft card. The one size, the A4, is how we do our craft card.
Maybe we could put a special request in with our Leanne. We'll see what she says.
Yeah, we'll have to talk to Leanne, we will. Now, all I'm going to do is bring out this middle part. Just be careful when you're bringing it out, because what they don't want to do is rip anything. But if I just move my plate for a second... And apart from a few little bits left in there, let's see if I can get all of those out. It's created me that beautiful frame with the lovely lift out butterflies as well. Now, obviously, like with anything when it comes to TV, I've already got one busy prepped, but can I just show you? Look how beautiful those wings lift up. So you've got that. I love this design of this die. Not only has it created that beautiful panel that's going to sit on top of my panel, however, we need to make it lift off a little bit, because at the minute it looks a little bit lost on itself. Craft card onto craft card, not quite cutting it, but this is when you're going to have the fun, because there's even 2 more pieces on there. You've got another little butterfly here. It's got that gorgeous skeleton around it, and then you've got that lovely floral feature as well. So there's lots of things on here that you're going to be able to do to create this. Now, as if by magic, I've already been doing my die cutting of panels. I've used the Floral Blossoms paper again. Beautiful. Love this paper pad. Joe, have you got the paper pad to hand?
I absolutely have. Would you like some? Or would you like me to
no,
show
I
it?
just wanted you to show it while I'm sticking this together.
My TV flick.
A TV flick while I'm just putting my mats and layers together.
I said it looked like the wallpaper from care homes once, which actually what I meant was it looks like the wallpaper in stately homes. There's a very, very big difference. Some care homes are very posh. Maybe they have very lovely floral wallpapers. But look here what you've got. I love the fact that if you love to fussy cut these, then you're going to be great. You've got little frames, you've got big frames, you've got borders and corners that you could cut out here, or you could just use it as it is, absolutely. But it is a really, really beautiful paper pad, this one. You've got 54 sheets in there, and it's 180 GSM, so it's a good weight if you want to mat and layer that too, especially if you're sending. And it's 8x8. 8x8, a great size, because literally you put that on an 8x8 card, a little bit of matting and layering your guillotine, and you've pretty much got a whole card ready to go there. Really fantastic. I think it would make great inserts to the pages that are within the £8 or $12.91. I can see a lot of you are multi-ordering on that. Obviously get a few of those, because we want you all to get your basket spend up to £30 or $30, because I don't want you to miss out on the free gift. It's a gorgeous one today. It is, of course, you get 30 stamps. You get a stamp for every £1 or $1 you need to spend, basically, which I think is quite fair. And it's a beautiful one. It's our sweet florals, but there is definitely not enough of this to last the day today. It is very, very busy. Actually, almost half the stock has gone already, and we're only halfway through our first cartload show, so it gives you an idea of just how busy we are. Don't forget as well, there's loads of stuff on the website we might not even get to, so definitely shop ahead over there. Oh, your schmetterlings are looking beautiful, Debbie.
Absolutely, because what I've done now, Joe, is I've turned my craft card just by adding some gilding wax over the top. I've given it a nice little shimmer. I've popped my glue on there. I've already got my gems on, and using that second frame again, using that Floral Blossoms paper, I've cut myself the frame to match perfectly. So this fits over the top, and I'm just going to sit that just over the top, Just stick that down, lift off the wings because those wings are flying out. I love this. I just think it's absolutely beautiful. And then using the larger panel, I've got the larger panel that's going to sit on the front of my card. I've just given it a little touch of gilding wax on the edge there as well. And then I'm just going to run some all-purpose Collal glue onto the back of that panel. There we go. And I'm just going to sit that just into there. Now that, for me, looks absolutely fabulous. Let me just pop that down. And again, you could lift it off with some foam pads if you wanted to, but what I'm going to do now is stick it to the base of my card. Now we've got this base stuck together. I've already put a panel in there while you're busy talking, Joe, and then I'm just going to put some glue just onto here. So if I just run some wet glue.
Sandy is saying she's already got that stamp set. That's the free gift today. She says you'll love it. So many possibilities with one stamp set. The Bumblebee is her favourite, so it's great that you're going to be able to get that totally free of charge today. I love it when Debbie uses her shiny bits, says Jan. Don't we all? Lynn says, love the gilding wax on the craft card. What an amazing way of using it that I hadn't thought of. Sandy says, when Joe says that, I never know if it's him that's naked or the dog when you ride the dog up the road naked. I mean, you're going to have to, I think that's just, I feel you're going to have to fill in the blanks, so to speak, Sally, or on that one. Please do check with Leanne, Diane says, because your craft paper is the best on the market, and she could make some fantastic boxes and other projects with a slightly larger size. I will do I reckon, Leanne's usually watching these shows. She's probably watching now. So if you are watching, Leanne, consider it noted. But she'll be here tomorrow for Colour Me Happy, so I'll mention it to her then if I don't get to speak to her before.
Oh, wonderful. What colour happy have you got on tomorrow, Joe?
Got aqua pens tomorrow.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, and also just to let you know that the download has just gone live over on the website as well. So pop yourself over, crafterscompanion.co.uk/colour-me-happy/hyphen. I thought these were called a dash before. I've only just realised they're called a hyphen. Honestly, it blew my mind, Debbie.
I saw that gorgeous Colour Me Happy last week with the lovely pictures of people, what they did
wasn't
for you.
It's still there if you want to download it and colour this in.
I actually loved the green one. I thought the green one was fabulous.
I just got one today. Someone's actually sent me another one that just turned up at the office this morning. If you want to send them to me, please do. You'll find the address on the website. I'd love you to post them in.
Right, so let me just show you, Joe. I've added that lovely happy birthday because I thought it was just missing something. To create my little stopper, I used the butterflies and lifted that off with some foam pads. But again, really beautiful easel card made with ease. Look at this, made with ease. Folds nice and flat as well, so you can get that in a nice flat envelope. But just really, really, really gorgeous. I love this die set. One of my personal favourites. It really is. Incredible value for money, and we're throwing in that lovely Brucey bonus for you, that lovely happy birthday sentiment, which again will prove to be very, very useful in your crafting.
I think this is easily one of the best deals on the show today, Debbie, that we've got for you. It is a half price. I know the dad jokes are here today, aren't they? They are strong. We've got the easel. Don't forget, you do get the happy birthday as well. Now, it is a half price, so it should be £25 if you are in the US. It should be $35 if you're in the US. So half price, which is fantastic. Very, very busy on that. Make sure you add a few more bits in to top up your basket to that £30 or $30 as well. Right, we have the aqua tints up next. Now, these are fantastic. The aqua tints, so great. Whenever we bring these to you, always so fantastically busy. Let me just give you an idea of some of the things. I'm right in saying that the aqua pens and the aqua tints, we can do the same techniques with these that are on these boards, can't we, Debbie?
Absolutely.
Wonderful.
I would save your pens for your colouring and use your aqua tints
for your washing.
pots for all your background things.
Wonderful. Yeah. So all things like this. So you've got here white emboss. You've got clear sparkle overlay over it. Your salt techniques, resist techniques are going to be fantastic. I love the stamping techniques that you can do with these as well. But check out all these faux bleaching. You can add the drawing gum, you've got splodging, washes. Just gives you an idea of some of the amazing techniques you're going to be able to do with these, which is fantastic. Now, I thought I'd lost my boards then I am. Here we are. So let me take you through what you've got in here, because you're paying for 2, and we're sending you 3, which is fantastic. Don't forget, 30 mils in here, which is 3 times the amount that's in our pens, which is fantastic. So you've got the Glitz and Glamour here. In this one, you're going to get the aquamarine, the amethyst, and the pink garnet. I think the Cosmos is one of my all-time favourite colours in this range. This is your perfect pastels. You also got Moonstone and Rose Quartz in there. Then with this one here, Summertime, you've got Solar Red, Emerald Green, and Blue Topaz. A couple of weeks ago, Leanne did a masterclass on all of our aqua tints. So she did it on the sparkles, the metallics, and the aqua tint. So you can go back and find that on the website once you've placed your order for these. And there was 2 whole hours of our jarred inks that we looked at. So it's always really useful so that you've got all of that inspiration, all that education, totally free of charge, available to you all the time over on the website. $29.58 if you want to go for this in the UK, $39.90 in the US. It would get you that free gift in the US as well. But remember, over the half of the stock of the daily stock of the free gift has sold out and gone. Right, Debbie, I know you love getting a bit inky, don't you? And that times I see Debbie and she turns up at that house and she's red and orange and all these wonderful colours. You know she's been having a fabulous play in the craft room.
Absolutely, because there's nothing better than getting inky, and the fact that you're going to be able to use these aqua tints for all sorts of different things. I'm going to show you one of my favourite techniques that not many people do, which is the shaving foam technique. I absolutely love that technique. But honestly, I just want to talk to you, dropping things already. I just want to talk to you about these gorgeous, gorgeous inks. They are fabulous. Literally, all 3 of these colours, and you're getting 3 pipettes in each one as well, Joe. Not only are you getting the pipettes, you're getting little, and I say a little palette to hold them into as well, so you could use this palette. Look at this. You can see I've been using mine. I do get inky. I love getting a bit inky. There's nothing wrong with getting inky. But you can use these as a palette for afterwards as well. So let me just pop all of those back in. Look, you can tell I've been playing with them. I've got it all over the counter before I even start showing you what they look like. I can't help myself. What am I like? So yeah, you get 3 pipettes in each box. So that's 9 pipettes to be able to create lots of different effects with as well. I'm just simply going to show you what it looks like with a lovely background wash. I can imagine I'm going to have pink splashes all over my face. Glitz and Glamour, Summertime, and that beautiful perfect pastels. Gorgeous colour tones, really beautiful colour tones in there. Do you know what? Shall I go with my Glitz and Glamour? Yeah, why not? Let's go with my Glitz and Glamour. I'm just going to take some plain watercolour cardstock and I'm just going to show you how incredible the vividness of these colours. The inks are incredible. There's no shaking to wake, do you know, like we do with the sparkle pens. There's none of that. It is pure liquid ink in a pot, 4 times more than a pen, which is incredible value. I'm going to go with purple. Let's go with purple. Let's get them on. But you're going to, I'm just going to show you. You literally open your top. You take a brush. Have I got a purple brush handy? Let me just hang fire, Joe. I've got a purple brush handy. There we go. Dip it straight in there. And then I'm going to put this straight on to this cardstock. Look at that intense colour.
Doesn't it spread amazingly well, Debbie?
Absolutely. It's why I've chosen a really large piece as well to show you. So again, look how incredible and intense that is. Let me just pop quite a bit on there. How beautiful is that, Joe? Straight on to the white cardstock.
And you're using a fraction, aren't you, of what's in that pot? A fraction,
absolutely. And because this is water-based and aqua, that means add your water. And what it does is it diffuse. Look at this. I love a good gradient, I really do. I just think this is absolutely fabulous. And this is the same bit of ink that I took to my brush to start with. And you've gone from a really intense, and the more water you add, the more, I mean, look at that. Let me just pop a little bit more onto there, Joe. But look how incredible the coverage is. Oh, I've got an hair. Get off you, you're not staying on there. I've got an hair on there, Joe. But look at that. Now, I'm going to grab my heat gun. I hope I'm plugged in, just so I can get you and show you when we heat this up.
Could you could you let it dry naturally, is what I was going to say, if you want to.
So that
can you let it dry naturally? Do you need to
No, you can let it dry natural. I'm just trying to speed things up because I want to show you as well just how gorgeous that intense colour is. The liquid ink in here, honestly, what Leanne and the team have done at Spectrum Noir is just absolutely incredible. I mean, that took, what, seconds to dry that off? Just for a second. Let me turn that heat gun off for a second. There we go. Let me lift that up and just show you. Look how beautiful that gradient of colour is. I've gone from really dark really dark to really light very quickly, but because it is water based, let me just get me little thin
Would be
brush.
lovely to use that to cut things like sentiment dyes out of,
Sentiment
wouldn't it? Just
dyes,
beautiful.
you can what else could you do with it, Joe? Oh, I know what else you could do with it. You could stamp straight onto it. Again, there's lots of different techniques. I'm just going to now do a little bit of faux bleaching over the top, just splashing water all over.
Stacey saying that she loves a shaving foam technique, is her favourite. Beth saying her fingers are always colourful when she's done making cards using these ink. Don't drink the water, Debbie, is what someone's saying. Can you?
No.
I can see putting that on a canvas. That is beautiful, Debbie.
Absolutely.
Says Alicia.
Absolutely, and like I said, you could use this to die cut with afterwards. Stamps with those gorgeous quirky stamps. I'm just bending down just for a second because I want a piece of tissue. Let me get a couple of bits of tissue, Andy. But I'm going to just literally now just pop that across the top. And the longer you leave the water on as well. Oh, now look at that. That's turned that piece of, oh, look at it. I just think, oh, I've got a really nice big blank canvas should I want to create something really incredible. It always blows my mind. That's just one way of using it. I've gone from really dark, one gradient, one colour. Just imagine mixing palettes. You can mix your own colours again. Let's just take another piece of cardstock. I'm going to try and get as many as I can. Now then, spritzer, a good spritzer. I'm going to kill myself down here, Joe. I've dropped
Please
guillotine.
don't.
I've dropped the guillotine.
Please don't.
Honest to goodness, I just literally leave things lying around. Now then, let's take a spritzer. Let's pop on lots of water just onto here. Let's take a different colour tone this time rather than my glitz and glamour because I absolutely adore this one. Right, so let's use some of the summertime. I've got that beautiful blue.
Are you using watercolour cardstock,
Watercolour cardstock. It's a water-based product, so it's to get your optimum premium results. Watercolour cardstock is a must-have, and I know we've got that on the show today.
We do indeed.
So let me just spritz a bit more though, because it does. Let's just get a nice bit down. I love this one. Get your pipettes. Don't forget your pipettes. Come. Bit of ink into there. Let me just pop my. There we go. Look at that.
Oh.
Look at that. Oh, every time. Oh, I just think, no, I get so excited. I'm so easily pleased, don't I, Joe? I'm just so easily pleased. Just going to squeeze that back into there and pop that pipette in. Let's get that green. Let's pick that green up. Oh, look how veiny and I just think this is, do you know what? It's got an under the sea look about this.
It has, isn't it?
Absolutely. I'm just dropping little bits on there. Out you come. Eee, look at the bubbles. Love this, just love this technique. And then let me just pop that a little bit more back in there. Let's get my spritzer. I can move it around a little bit more. There we go. Let's move that a little bit more. And depending on where you spritz, you can spritz it one way. And I know I saw our lovely Lan doing it the other day when she did a beautiful under the sea with those gorgeous stamps that she had on. Again, you could let that dry naturally, or shall we add that's going to look incredible when it dries naturally. But do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pop some salt on there. Let's chuck it. Oh, wait a minute. Where's me all gone? Is this a new one, Joe?
I don't know.
I think somebody might have got a new salt pot. Maybe.
Have you found it?
I have. I've got me all now. I'm chucking loads and loads of coarse rock salt. The bigger the salt particles, you can see it already moving, John. I've not even added my water. The bigger the particles, the better the result you're going to get.
So you want chunky salt?
Chunky salt, yeah. The coarser the better. And I'm just going to spritz that with a bit more water. Ooh. And honestly, this technique, dry natural.
Right,
Don't try and speed it up. Go and stick it somewhere. And
Could you put it like on a windowsill?
On a windowsill, over a radiator, but just be careful it's not dribbling, because you'll get
the radiator or your project.
The project.
You'd have a lovely colourful radiator though.
I have. Let me just tell you, Joe, I've had plenty of colourful radiators in my time. Sparkly radiators.
Diane's asking, can you blend these colours together on the cardstock, or would you mix them together first separately and then add them to cardstock?
You can blend them on the paper straight directly.
Lovely.
You can put them onto your mat if you want to have a splodgy technique. We'll do some more in a minute. Just going to wipe up all the salt.
Alicia says simply, mind blown, all in capital letters. Absolutely love these. Loads of you saying that purple background will look great with yesterday's double-sided die with Santa across the sky. Debbie, did you see the shows yesterday?
I missed them, Joe, but I'm going to watch them back.
Oh my word, the Christmas double-sided dies. I mean, it was unbelievable. And then we had later in the day as well, we had the Over the Edge, the brand new world exclusive launch of those 3 new characters. Definitely pop back and watch all the shows back from yesterday. There were so many amazing things on those shows.
I'm launching
you got them on
those
Saturday?
at the weekend on Saturday on Create and Craft.
I'm surprised there's any left, Debbie.
So you've had a sneaky peek, have you? You've had a sneaky purchase and sneaky peek. Oh, they're absolutely
We've already
gorgeous.
had our fingers in. Aren't they amazing?
Absolutely they are. Now, I've taken one of my salt background techniques. I let this dry, okay? So when you've let it dry naturally, just rub off your salt. And we always say, when it comes to your salt, look at this gorgeous salt. Don't be tempted to throw that away, because I'll tell you something.
Where are you going to put that? In a shaker card?
Honest to goodness, when you get that into a shaker card, it just looks beautiful. Look at all that gorgeous coloured salt. Don't be tempted. Well, don't do what my son did. He thought it was salt to stick on his fish and chips.
No.
Honest to goodness, that lad of mine, he does need. I said to him, put that back. I said, it's not. He thought it was coloured salt you could buy at shop.
What, like Himalayan pink salt?
Honestly, he thought it was some kind of new fandangle salt. I
can't imagine you being into new fandangle salts, Debbie.
Definitely not. Good old plain coarse rock salt is for me, but look how incredible this looks. Just going to show you close up now. Once you've taken that salt off, look at that beautiful background. Again, perfect for stamping directly straight onto, perfect for die cutting into. Honestly, the fun you're going to have, I've already just done 2. Now, what was it that said you could mix colours on? Did somebody ask about mixing colours?
Who was asking about it? It was. Shall I find out for you?
Yes. Let me grab a brush and let me think. It
was Diane that was asking. Diane Schofield.
Let's have a mix of colours. So we've got a pink. We've got a blue. That should make, pink and blue should make what I'm thinking it's going to make. Wait a minute. Is that blue? Moonstone. We'll go with it.
I guess with these as well, it's going to be so fun. If you've not had any of these before, make sure you've got a brush. You're going to get a pipette included as well. Yep. You're going to have so much fun playing with them for the first time, aren't you? You're mixing them together, trying all the different techniques. Remember, there are loads of inspiration from one of our recent masterclass with Leanne. So definitely make a note of this show, but also go back and find that one before these are delivered too. Love that colour, Debbie.
And that pink, beautiful. Now, I'd watered it down already, but it's a beautiful, beautiful pink. I'm going in, I'm saying I'm going in with my blue, but look, mixing the 2 together, look how gorgeous that looks, that beautiful. You've made your own purple, Joe. Let me pop a bit of blue back in there. And then if I pop a bit more pink, pop some pink on, I've got from 2 colours, that beautiful 3. Oh, I mean, look how incredible that looks. And look, I've even splashed a bit of blue on. Let's splash a bit of blue. Let's just do a little bit of splashing just over. Honestly, the fun that you're going to have. Shall we do my favourite one?
What's the difference between a splash and a splodge? That's what I want to know.
A splash and a splodge?
Yeah.
Who knows? But again, let that dry naturally, or it looks like a sunsetty kind of feel over the sea, that one. Absolutely beautiful. Honestly, the things that you're going to be able to do. Can I do my shaving foam technique?
Oh, please.
It's a bit messy.
Debbie, do you know what?
Yeah.
Do you know I've never seen the shaving foam technique?
No. No, Joe, no. I can't believe that. Let me just...
now, whilst you get ready for that, loads of you still commenting along, getting very busy. Please don't forget about the free gift. I don't think we'll have enough of these to last until the later show. Very, very busy. £30 or $30 worth of product in your cart, and this beautiful 30-piece stamp set will appear. It's a little Christmas gift from us to you for every single order over £30 or $30. Remember, it's a new gift every single day, but we do only have a finite amount of them. So make sure you get today's. I bet there'll be people out there that have got the free gift every single day. I can't wait. If you've managed to get the gift every day, let me know. Remember, a free gift every day all the way through up to and including Sunday as well. And it's not the end of Christmas, it's just the end of it's the end of the beginning of Christmas. There's still going to be loads more Christmas launches all the way through until around about September. Oh my... Debbie, have you seen the Festive Signature Collective? We're not allowed to talk about it, by the way, but I'm just saying, have you seen it? Oh,
Can I just tell you, I felt like a kid at Christmas when I saw it. It is... In fact, no.
You can't say anything.
I'm not going to say anything about it, but can I just say it's one of the finest. is what I'm going to say. It's
sparkly as well.
Absolutely stunning. It's beautiful.
Can't wait. Oh, don't forget as well, next Friday here on Crafters TV, Rose Gold Day, the launch of the Rose Gold Signature Collection here in the UK. So many of you, it feels like forever. It feels like it's been a long time coming, doesn't it? But finally it's here. It's going to be in the Craft House as well. So you'll be able to join us for that. And I know so many of you are going to want to get your hands on it. Have you got yours yet?
I have.
Have you? I knew you would.
Because I'm with Sarah. We're doing a double hander. I'm going to be down at Create and Craft. She's going to be up here. And oh my God, it's stunning. Can you see how excited I am?
Yeah, the parts of the papers, the embossing powders, the rose gold embossing powders.
Just everything.
Divine.
Everything about that collection.
We're going to be Skyping in two of our crafty customers as well in the Craft House next Friday. So Astrid from Oxfordshire, I've sent some out to her. She's been crafting with it. She's going to Skype in for us. And Mary in Tennessee as well. I sent some out to Mary in Tennessee. She's going to be Skyping in and showing us all the things they've been crafting about. Mary's been so excited all week. She's been sending me email after email every time she makes a new card. It's going to be amazing, Debbie. I can't wait.
I can't wait either. Right, shaving foam technique. Get your kids involved. The kids are going to love this. I say kids. I'm a big kid. I love this technique. Cheap as chips shaving foam. So don't be
cheap as chips.
Cheap as chips shave up. Don't be going upstairs and nicking his finest because he won't be happy. But go and pick that up for about 70p a can. Honestly, it's really, really good. Normally I have a little I said bucket, but a little
tray.
Tray is what I normally have. However, glass mat is just as good. So I'm going to pop on here. Let's just get some.
It looks like someone's about to get gunged or something.
Oh, this is when you're going to get gunged. Look at this. This is fabulous. So shaving foam. Pat it down if you haven't got and you're just using. If you're just using your tray. If you're just using your glass mat, pat it down. Okay. It smells incredible over here already. Let me grab my...
What does it smell of?
Oh, the shaving foam is just... Oh, I just love that smell. I love the smell of shaving foam. Now, grab your pipettes. So let me grab a couple of more pipettes out of here for a second. I'm going to use Glitz and Glamour. So I've got my lovely pink. I love this as well about the aquatints. No shaking, no waking, nothing settling. Sparkle pens look absolutely incredible with this technique. Can I just tell you? Sparkle inks look
Can you
fabulous.
use the metallic inks in this way as well?
Absolutely. You can use any kind of ink. I promise you. You can use any. You'll get different results. You can use any type of cardstock. I'm using watercolour cardstock again. Use Centura Pearl. You get a double sheen, so you get like a marbling effect and a sheen. Oh, it looks incredible. It really, really does. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pick a bit up and drop some in. Drop some in. I splattered that. Oops, I splattered that one as well. Right, let me grab another little pipette. What did you do with pipettes, Debbie? There in your shaving foam. Pick some up, drop some in. Oh, God, I love this technique, Joe. Honestly, the fun that you're going to be having.
It looks like you're making some really delicious, colourful meringues on the on the screen there. I mean, I want to lick the screen. It looks so delicious.
It does look beautiful, doesn't it? But just add any of your colours. They're all going to look really beautiful. And you don't need a lot. I'm literally grabbing a little bit of ink. Grab a pokey tool. So you see these marbling kits look, they're incredible. They're great if you want to spend some pennies on marbling kits, which do a fantastic job, just say. But if you want something a little bit cheap and a little bit fun, these are just going to work as well. So I've taken my pokey tool. I'm going to get lots of lovely patterns in there. When I say the kids will have fun, let me tell you, the kids will have fun, as will you. I promise you. Literally now you can see I've got... That looks like a work of art, that just in itself.
Really
However,
does.
The magic now happens when you take
that could win the Turner Prize, that.
Absolutely. Pop it down onto the top, give it a little squidge down, okay?
I love this because it's properly messy. I think that's what I like about it.
This is why I love this kind of crafting. And this is why I would say, if you were at home, have it in a tray so that you can move that out of the way. Because I haven't got my tray here, although I will find one for later on, I'm just going to now scrape off. Now, normally... one of those cheap things that you have in your thing, those store cards, and I say cheap, those store cards that nobody ever wants. Get one of those. However, I haven't got my bag to hand, so I'm going to use a ruler. And I'm just going to scrape this off, Joe. So literally scrape, pull, pop that back in.
Oh my
and
word.
there you go. You've got
Debbie,
something incredible. Look how fantastic that looks.
That is incredible. I can't believe I've never seen that before.
Joe, where have you been?
Where have you been all my life?
I love this technique. It's a technique that I've used for a long time. Well, as long as been demonstrated, been crafting for a very long time. And this is just one, because do you know what you're doing? You've got all this foam, Joe, and you wouldn't waste this foam. Let's just pop that back in. You'd carry on, do a little bit more swirling. Carry on swirling, don't add any more ink. You can see you've got another one.
I guess it would get less swirled as you went on, but great for that you can do multiples.
Absolutely, multiple pieces of cardstock and perfect photo look. I mean, even like that, look how fabulous that looks. And again, I'm just going to move that to one side for a second. Just grab your thing and take that off and look how fabulous that looks. This is the kind, and this is two that I've got. So obviously the first one, really intense because it got the ink before it was like, oh, not watered down, but look at that. That is just as incredible. Perfect for a background, perfect for stamping your quirky sentiments straight.
Loads of
there.
people.
Absolutely fabulous. Now don't forget, you've got all this foam. Don't be wasting it, because let me tell you, I once did a demonstration. I went to a lovely store in Garforth, and I did this technique in Garforth. And I took 10 pieces of cardstock and did this technique. Each one looked just as incredible as the rest without adding any ink. There's still loads more in here. Obviously, I could spend, I mean, I'm just thinking conscious of time, but I could spend all afternoon doing this. Your kids will absolutely love this technique, as will all of you lovely crafters out there as well watching. It's one of my favourite techniques. It's cheap as chips to do. Honestly, why wouldn't you? And you know what? The inks are just made for all sorts of different techniques. Did you say you got that technique book, Joe, with all those different techniques?
I do. Would you like to have a look at it?
Yes, please. Ooh. While I'm cleaning up, you run through that lovely technique.
So you can see here all the options that you've got: washes, splodging, drawing gum, pens, adding glycerin, faux bleaching, embossing with gilding wax there as well. And then of course you can heat emboss and use it resist. You've got that lovely salt technique there that Debbie showed us, and the shaving foam technique. My oh my, it was worth the wait, Debbie. I'd never seen it before, and it really was worth the wait. If you want to go for the aqua tints, remember that you're getting 3 of the collections in here. So you're going to get Summertime there, which has got the beautiful solar red, the emerald green and the blue topaz. You've also got here Moonstone, Cosmos and Rose Quartz, which is your perfect pastels, and you've got the Glitz and Glamour, and in that one you've got Aquamarine, Amethyst and the Pink Garnet too. $25.98 to grab those, or $39.90 if you want to get all of those, which is fantastic. Loads of you commenting along, a lot of you saying you can't believe it, not of you not seen it before as well. Flip the chair, says Alicia, that's amazing. Leslie says can't wait to go home and have a bash at this. Eleanor says what is Debbie using the ink on to get it look like that on paper? Shaving foam, just bog standard inexpensive shaving foam is what you want to. Sally Bond has fallen over with amazement, honestly. That's amazing. Never seen it before. Defo, try this, says Stephen. Loads of you loving that. I can't believe I've never seen it before. It was absolutely incredible. Diane is already raiding her husband's vanity. She's going to be as soon as this is over. He's growing a quarantine beard, so he might not even notice the foam has gone. I don't think he will. I think it's a great idea. Now, remember, if you're getting that in the US, you will get the free gift included. If you're going for it in the UK, you need to pop just a couple, maybe get some of that chunky glue in your basket as well to pop you over that $30 or £30 spend because it's very, very busy on that free gift at the moment. Right, we're going to be looking next at the Quirky Stamps that we've got just here. Now, these are fantastic. You've got 20 stamp sets for that amazing price that you can see there. So you're looking at $175 per stamp set, which is amazing. I fall in love with you more and more every day, except yesterday. Yesterday, you were pretty annoying. That's hilarious, isn't it? We've also got this one here. So you got this one, silence is golden. Unless you have kids, then silence is suspicious. This one here says, I met you, I liked you, I love you, I'm keeping you. How lovely is that? And then the one up there says, happy birthday to my favourite human. We've got another one here that says, life is all about finding people who are your kind of crazy, isn't it just? My brain is experiencing technical difficulties. Please stand by. I've used that one quite a few times, believe me. We've got this one here. Relax, you're not getting old. That ship has sailed. You've been old a while now. Don't grow up. It's a trap. They're all really, really usable, really fantastic stamp sets. I'd totally shave my legs for you. This one here says as well, a smile is the best makeup any girl can wear. That's a Marilyn Monroe quote. And then you've got wishing you a day as unforgettable as I am. That's pretty funny. And then this one here says, be anything but predictable. We're never You're never predictable, Debbie, are you? I can vouch for that one.
No.
Too glam to give a damn, this one says here. Not all girls are made of sugar and spice and everything nice. Some girls are made of sarcasm, wine and everything fine. Absolutely. And then here you've got be yourself, because an original is worth more than a copy. How fantastic is that? And eyebrows is the one thing you can get into shape without exercising. All of them. You've got 20 different stamp sets within there, which is brilliant. And I think it's going to be great just to have in your stash just when you are a bit stuck. You know, when you're just thinking, you're trying to come up with some inspiration to make something for someone and they're not maybe easy. You don't naturally think of what you're going to do for them. These will be great. They're also great in things like your just on like little postcards and things, in little box frames. I can imagine these being amazing to give to friends and family. £35 or $40 to get them. 25% saving on those as well. If you want to grab them, now's a great time to place your order. You can do that on our website where you can watch and shop at the same time, crafterscompanion.co.uk.com or .eu. Keep getting your comments in as well. Any questions that you've got, I'll pop them across to Debbie. Remember as well, this is just the amuse-bouche, the soupçon, the appetizer, if you will, for our main Cartload event, which is happening a little later today, 4 p.m. here in the UK, 11 a.m. on the East Coast, 8 a.m. on the West Coast. Myself and Debbie will be back for that one a little bit later today. Right, I'm going to hand you back over to Debbie because she's going to take us through these lovely stamps, which I'm very, very excited about. I can see, is that acetate I can see, Debbie?
It is, Joe, it is. So I thought, do you know what, I'm going to stamp onto some heat-resistant acetate, because honestly, for this one, I mean, if you think, I've just been making loads of backgrounds, you just see me, I've got all my inky fingers, but if you think of all the backgrounds that you can make and then take some of these stamps, you can make yourself a really quick, simple card very, very, very quickly. I just want to show you though, there's lots of different things. We talk about different colour cardstock, and I was going to colour onto the back, I was going to stamp onto my gorgeous colour here, I mean, that background. Now it's dried, Joe, look at it looks incredible. I'm going to save it. So I thought, right, I'm going to use some acetate, heat-resistant acetate for this. And I'm taking our opaque pigment ink pad for this one. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp with this, and then I'm going to throw over some beautiful embossing powder, some clear embossing powder. So because it's acetate though, I'm just going to have to get it at an angle where I can see it. There we go. It's because it's invisible. You can't even tell it's on me mat. I've got my much loved stamping mat there. Well, I'll turn it around, we'll get it the right way around so you can see there. From Crafters Companion, and I've also taken my stamping platform for this too. So I'm going to use, Joe, that Be Yourself, because an original is worth more than a copy. I love this one. Now, sometimes with acrylic stamps, you'll have heard Leanne talk about it, where you need to prime a stamp. I heard some debate going off the other day on another site about how you prime stamps, and it's very simple. You take your watermark ink pad, Debbie, what's this? Ink pad. You take this,
what you like?
And I know what I'm like, and I'm literally just popping a little bit over the top. And what that does is makes it nice and sticky, and it also takes off any of that, you know, that sometimes that you can get that residue in manufacturing. But once you've placed that on, you can then go on the top with your ink. So I'm going to pop this on all over. Nice small taps all the way across. There we go. And let's just stamp. Now I'm going to try just to angle that where I can see it in the right area. There we go. So I'm just going to stamp that just over the top. I need the box. Oh, look, that looks beautiful. It looks absolutely fabulous. Now I'm going to take some, and I can see that instantly over that acetate. I'm going to grab, let me just grab a sheet of paper to pop that underneath so you can see there. There we go. And I'm going to pop on the top some of some clear embossing powder that we have here in the craft room. And I'm just going to knock that off, pop that back in. There we go, give it a nice flick off. I'm just going to take a little brush. Let me see if I can find a little brush, because I've got a little bit of excess, because do you know what I forgot to do? Because I'm heat embossing. I forgot to run my anti-static bag over the top. Debbie, what are you like? What that does by running the anti-static bag across the top of any of your products, whether it be cardstock, whether it be acetate, means that the embossing powder isn't going to stick to the places that you don't want it to stick. However, it's all ready now. I'm going to grab my heat gun and I'm going to just pop that onto full whack. Always when you're heat embossing, make sure your gun gets to a nice optimum heat. So don't be tempted to go straight on, because it can take a while to heat set. What you want to do is get it at the right temperature and then pop it over the top, and you get that heat set straight away. Now, don't be running your hand through, because it is quite hot, but you'll know when it is at its optimum heat. And then you're just going to place that over the top. And with this being heat resistant acetate, oh look how beautiful. And I could have stamped this in a different colour. I've chosen black because I want it to really stand out. No waving your gun around, just keep your gun over the top until that heat sets. And you'll see it turn, there we go, all the way along.
Very, very busy.
Watch this technique 1,000 times over, Joe.
I think
never
what the
bored
thing
of
is
it.
with heat embossing, it just gives you such a massive payoff, doesn't it? For a really quite a simple, straightforward technique. People look at that and think, how on earth have you done that? Have you bought that pre-done, that piece of acetate?
Absolutely. Now that's there. Be yourself, because an original is worth more than a copy. Let me just trim that down. Let me grab my little gun. Oh, you could wrap this around. How incredible would that look to wrap it around? I think that that would look fabulous. So let's just take that off. Let me just take off the end there as well. But you could wrap it around some pattern cardstock, make it really stand out. But I'm just going to trim this right down. And I just think these stamps, there's so many of them, and I'll show you a few more samples in a moment. But again, what about popping that underneath the box? Let me just hold that up for a second. Let me just put it against this colour for a second so you can see there. But what about popping that inside a box? How beautiful would that look? And I love the fact that it's on acetate. There's lots of, you can do it onto vellum. So you could heat set onto vellum if you wanted to, or just stamp straight onto vellum. You could use the quick dry ink pads for that, and you'll get that crisp stamp instant. But these are all fabulous, and it's just crying out now to go on something maybe like a box lid. That would look fabulous. But I want to show you some of those amazing samples. Let me just move these out of the way for a second, because there's so many fun ones on here. I just wanted to show you some of my very favourites. This one, I think, is so funny. I would totally shave my legs for you. Now, if you can draw, Joe, I imagine that this is what your legs look like.
Oh, mine are much hairier than that. Do you want to see them?
I can imagine that your legs are all hairy. Are you going to show your
My
hairy
trousers
legs?
are so tight, I don't think I can look. They're really hairy. Awfully hairy. They are very hairy. Look.
Hairy?
How long is it? Look, very, very long. See? Do you like my socks, Debbie?
I love your socks, Joe. I think you're lovely. Do you know, if I'd have tried doing that manoeuvre, I wouldn't be able to get my leg back down. But look at this. These are awful. I love this one. Silence is golden unless you have kids. Then silence is suspicious. I'm always like this. When our Sapphire goes really quiet, we know she's up to no good. And I caught her. I thought, where's she gone? Because she's gone really, really quiet. Now she bum shuffles everywhere because she can't walk, bless her.
Was she in your sherbet?
No,
Have you been giving her biscuits
she tries.
still?
Oh, she loves a Bic Bics. Bic Bics and cheese. Bic Bics and cheese. A new favourites. But yeah, I couldn't hear where she'd gone, Joe. Do you know, this sneaky little madam had shuffled away all to my craft room and was sat on top of my bag where all my craft things were. And she was just sat there with a little sheepish grin on her face. And I thought, that's why you've gone quiet, you little monkey. Trying to get into there, she was. No, that room is no place. Oops, that room is no place for a little one. Now look at this one, eyebrows. The one thing you can get into shape without exercising. I love that. I think that's fabulous. Or the minute if you come too close, you'll see my eyebrows are not in shape. Don't grow up, it's a trap, Joe.
It is.
How fabulous does that
I can
look?
confirm it is a trap.
Absolutely, it is a trap. It's just makes me laugh. This. Oops, Debbie, get them the right way around. What's wrong with you? Relax. You're not getting old. That ship has sailed. You've been old a while now. Absolutely fabulous. They're all great ones. These. Look at that one. Happy birthday to my favourite human. How beautiful is that? Mix them up with your other things that you have in your craft stash. Look at that
I love this one,
love
Debbie.
this one. Look at this. How cool is this? Martina did this one, but she's cut out a blank card
Is
and
that
made
those
it into
nesting
a
dies?
Do you know? Yes.
Oh, it is, isn't it?
Absolutely. Well spotted, Joe. Nesting dies, couple of layers there, and stamped into 2 different colours, because that's again what you can do. There's lots of ways you're going to be able to use these stamps. It's just a question of what is it that's your favourite? Which one is your favourite? Look at that. My brain is experiencing technical difficulties. Please stand by. Absolutely. There are so many wonderful ones. Look at this one. I'd walk through fire for you, Joe. I really would. And then you've got this lovely bit here. Well, not fire because it's dangerous, but a super humid room. But not too humid because of my hair. How fabulous is that? Now, that's all in that one stamp set, Joe.
If
so it's
I
just
walk
showing
through
you.
fire at the moment, I'd be crackling at the moment, Debbie. I would. All of this would be very, very crispy, wouldn't it? But you're going to use those for lots of, aren't you, Debbie? I mean, do you think they're going to be great for that? Like when you're stuck for something to do, you'll be able to, you know, just go to these. It'll be your fallback almost, I'm guessing.
Absolutely, Joe. They will be a fallback. And I say fallback, but something that you're going to be able to create a real statement. I personally call them a statement quirky stamp because it says exactly what you want it to say, but the fun that you're going to have and the smile that you're going to put on the recipient's face is just going to be priceless. It really is. And it's a great buy today. And you get to choose. What do you get to choose? Or is you getting all of that?
You get all of them.
Oh my days, shut that
the
front door. Run up the street naked, Joe. Whatever it is that you come up with. I heard you cracking things earlier on. I don't know what you were on about, but different sayings that you come up with. But that's exactly what you're going to be able to do.
It was shut the cat flap yesterday. I don't know why. So I can't be responsible for what comes out of my mouth at the best of times, Debbie. Although I have to be when I'm at work because I can't, you know, I have to be careful about what I say. Right, I want to remind you of some of the Totally Tiffany stuff that is available on the show today. Let's start with this fab file that we've got here. Now, this is fantastic because it is a really, really great size. It's 5x7, and this could be great, especially maybe if you maybe you make cards to sell. You go to craft fairs and things. You want to organise them all so you can carry them around. You've got a lovely little handle on here as well, so you can pull this out and take this away. But it's a really, really good size, and it's really, really sturdy, which I love. You see a lot of these plastic files that, you know, are just flimsy. As soon as you get any great amount of weight into there, they sort of end up, the bottoms can end up falling through. This could also be great as well if you do buy a lot of like die cut topper sheets, and those sheets, the toppers always fall out. This would be a great way of organising. You can have birthdays and Christmases because they you've got a little label in the front here as well, so you can actually label that up where the handle is. So if you wanted to fill, maybe you've got big storage wardrobes and you want to fill them up with something like this, would be great. Also, we've got some other stuff that you might want to pop it in this as well. $6.99 or $7.99 depending on where you are for the fab file. We've also got some other bits for you as well. Should we do the stamp storage pockets first? These are brilliant. Let me grab some. I've got some behind me over here. Now, these are, you get 5 in a pack, and we're going to give you 2 packs of these. Now, what these are great for, can you see you've got these lovely tabbed edges on here? And what you can do is, you can, let me just pop this in here. So what you can do is, you can fill these. So we've got dies in these, we've got our stamps in here, stuff in packaging, out of packaging. It's completely up to you. Because you've got the little tab on every one, you can mark them and label them if you want to. The other great thing about it is these go as well perfectly into your fab file, which is fantastic. So you can pop those into there, which is brilliant. Now, if you're not going for those, something else, they're $7.50 or $10.50 for 3 packs of 5, so 15 total there. We've also got as well the magnetics on the show for you. Now, these are 5x7, so a really, really great size. You get 5 in a packet and there's 3 packs, so 15 sheets total. You can die cut these and make your own fridge magnets with these if you wanted to. You can hole punch these, maybe put them into like an A5 file or folder as well, like a lever arch file, so you could store all your dies on them that way. Or they would, of course, go into here. You could actually get, do you know what? You could get 15 sheets of the magnetic and 15 sheets of the fab files, of the stamp storage, all in there at the same time, and you'd have room for even more, I'd say. If you want to go for the magnetics, £12.50 or $17.50 gets you those, which is fantastic, saving 15% on those. Very, very busy on the Totally Tiffany products on the show today. Talking of things that are very busy, the free gift, don't forget, all you need to do is spend over £30 or $30. 60% of this is gone. It will appear in your basket. You'll have to forgive me, but the name has escaped me. But one of our lovely viewers was saying they own this sweet floral stamp set, and it is gorgeous. Have loads of fun, especially with the bee in there. It should be $9.99 or $14.95. However, today it is today's free gift as part of our festive event, which is lovely. Debbie's embossing folders next. There's so many goodies, so much stuff we haven't even got to show you yet on this show. Let me move these Tiffany bits out of the way. Let's pop Tiffany back over there. Let me take you through this amazing embossing folding collection that Debbie has put together for us. So what you've got here is the majestic butterflies. It makes that kind of beautiful technique. You've got the country garden in here as well, which is going to allow you to do these kind of things. Look at how full and lush and sculpted that design is that's on there. We've then got the English rose, beautiful, wonderful for painting in with your aqua tints or your sparkle pens. And then my favourite is this one. It's a Chloe one. Check out that. It's like punched aluminium, isn't it? It's really lovely. Now, $13.98 to get you all of these. Less than £5 per embossing folder. Looking at about less than £5 an embossing folder. Of course it's less than that. Joe, your maths is terrible. It's like £3.50 an embossing folder. It's less than $5 per embossing folder if you're in the US. Amazing value for money. Yes, sometimes we'll bring you collections of 3D embossing folders for around about this price point, but are they like 4 of the absolute amazing best ones? It's great to get them on this deal and to get these ones that have been hand-picked by Debbie. Debbie, what is it about these ones in particular that you absolutely adored?
Well, do you know I had my favourites on the other week? I did say to you it was too hard to call to choose what were the actual favourites, and I tried to think across the board of everybody who likes embossing folders. I'm not just one of them, but for me, these particular ones, it's the 3D-ness. I love 3D embossing folders. Country Garden, I will start straight away. Absolute adore this folder. It is beautiful. So it had to go in this collection. I had to have this in. Now the other one is that beautiful English rose. I'm going to use this in a moment. Can you see the detail? The difference between, and if you do go back and watch the masterclass, if you want to learn a little bit more about embossing folders and what they can do go back. We did it on the 8th of June. It'll still be on the website somewhere, or on the Crafters TV page, where we did a few techniques. Well, I say a few, which we tried to cover quite
2 hours
techniques.
worth.
I know, Joe, I know. And the embossing folder, a difference between a 3D to a standard embossing folder is the extra sculpture, the extra dimension that you get, and it's because there's more than one level of embossing. A standard embossing folder with plastic folders is just the one layer of embossing, so it's like a one sculpture. With a 3D one, you get the first layer, you get the second layer, and then you get the third layer, which means it's made from a slightly thicker plastic, not too thick, but slightly thicker plastic, because it needs to create that 3D dimension. And I love all of these, and it's why I've chosen these. Love this one, and I've just popped a little bit of cardstock into the background so that you can see there. But that dotty one is just incredible. And again, you're not choosing any of these. Every single one is coming to you. And you know what I did do? And I had to beg very nicely, because this is quite new, Joe.
Beg or grovel?
Grovel,
okay.
Probably grovel, yeah. If needs be, well, truth be told, it was grovelling, and that's because this is a new, latest one from our collection of the Nature's Garden, that beautiful butterflies collection, and that's the Majestic Butterflies embossing folder. Again, stunning detail, and I'm going to run it through a few. I'm going to.
Did you look like Shakira at the Super Bowl then, or something?
just because I want to show you all of them and how beautiful they all look. I've taken some gorgeous Centura Pearl for this one of the Chloe one. Now, a little top tip when it comes to embossing folders. If there's nothing on to tell you which is the embossing and which is the deboss side, you grab your finger and your thumb and you run it across and you'll feel that you've got raised sections. So this bit here, raising, is what's going to push through your cardstock to create that beautiful embossing. Now I've cut mine down to size, so these are 5x7 in size. I can't get over the price for all four. Not one or two, all four. I just think that in itself, is incredible. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my plate combination. Let me just grab, Debbie, what have you done with it? Oh, here it is, hiding under all my pile. 3D embossing folders with a Gemini machine. The plate combination are your cutting plate, your plastic shim and your magnetic shim. Now, if you have another machine, why? You need to get yourself a Gemini. But if you do have a different machine, just refer to the manual instructions because it'll tell you in there. Or we do have a section on our website regarding 3D embossing folders with some that we've tried and tested. And that's because you guys have told us what works, the combination through your other machines. So there is a little section on there. However, Gemini, you've got to have a Gemini in your life. Now then, 3D embossing folder, I pop that cardstock into there and then I'm just going to pop my combination, magnetic shim, plastic shim, and I'm going to run that through my Gemini. So I'm going to place that through and I'll show you just how gorgeous these are. All four I had to have as a collection. I just had to have it because honestly, the things that you can do with an embossing folder are, Joe, let me just take this off for a minute. Let me come in really close. Can you see that beautiful? Now, Joe did it he had a beautiful, I said a mirror pink he had, which looked like a disco ball when it was done. Look how incredible it looks. Look, yeah. Joe, show yours. Show yours. Oh, look how beautiful it looks on shiny cardstock. But look how incredible it looks on this piece here. This is Centura Pearl into Gold. But when you the things that you're going to have to do, use it as a background. Die cut into it. Take your nesting dies, cut a couple of nesting dies, do it in different colours, and you've got yourself a real beautiful pattern. Do you know how much you would pay to get this kind of pattern in cardstock? You'd probably pay about 50p a sheet, maybe more. And that's just me being like, it's not conservative, liberal. Liberal? Is liberal?
Conservative.
Conservative.
Yeah.
All right, then we'll use that one. You can, honestly, you can be paying a lot of money. Invest in these embossing folders at that price today, and you've got these, touch of your hand, all those different techniques that you can try and that you can do. I'm going to use this one. I'm going to use this English Rose. Absolutely beautiful. And again, if you're stuck and you're not sure which side, you'll feel the raised element over there. That means it's raised. I normally have a little sticker here, but these aren't my folders. These are Ed Officer's folders, so I'm not going to stick it on there. But I usually put a little sticker on there just so that I know which side is which. So again, I'm going to place that over the top. I'm going to run that through, and exactly the same combination that I just did. Literally, there we go. Magnetic shim on the top. Run that through your Gemini or your other machine, because just because these folders are 3D and they're from Gemini doesn't mean to say that you can't run them through other machines, because you most certainly can. But again, the detail is just beautiful. Oh my goodness, look at that detail on there. You can see the level of embossing. The background embossing is that lovely stripe that's going down there, and then you've got this beautiful pattern that's got that second level embossing. But the third level of embossing is these beautiful floral and leaf details, which really do pop out of that page. Can you see how incredible that looks? Add a little bit of gilding wax to this, and let me just show you a card from earlier. Let me just show you. Look how beautiful that looks. Let me hold it back there. Add a bit of gilding wax onto the background, a little sentiment. And have you recognised this bit here? Art Deco. This is the Art Deco panel from that Art Deco range. You've got yourself a lovely stepper card, but also beautiful embossed detail. Now, probably do you know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to save that demo for later on. 4 till 6, is it? Let's save that demo for later on.
4 till 6,
because I thought, do you know what? We're running out of time. Don't want to rush it. We'll use both of those and we'll create that. Can I do my favourite?
Oh, I suppose you can.
Can I do
Seeing as it's your absolute favourite. Lynn's had a right haul today, you know, Debbie. Parcel 1, monthly craft kit 25 she's got in parcel 1. Parcel 2, Christmas double layering Ejabbours. Oh, yeah. And parcel 3, character over the edge dies. They only launched yesterday. I think she must have been a little bit cheeky and got her order in on Tuesday night, because you know the orders normally go live the day before, don't you? I'm not allowed to tell you that, but, so I definitely won't tell you that they always go live, and I definitely can't tell you that the all the deals for tomorrow's shows are now live on the website as well. I can't tell you that either.
Joe, you're so naughty. You'll get into trouble one of these days. You really will. Now, I'm taking a piece of beautiful mirror card for this particular one, and again, just think, if you do get a chance to go back at that masterclass, please do go back and watch it, because I did do a few techniques there. I think I did a little bit of embossing on some acetate, Joe, if I remember. And some vellum, if I remember,
us. Absolutely spoiled us.
I did. I tried. Like I said, I could have had at least 4 or 5 hours full of different techniques. I think I did a letterpress technique in there with inks. I think I did a bit of alcohol colouring.
Did we do some craft metal?
Yes. Oh. But look at this from the mirror card. Doesn't that look like a piece of craft metal?
It really does.
And let's go a bit close up so you can see just why I love this embossing folder. Look. Take a look. Take a look. Look how incredible that is. When we're talking 3D, you can really see like all the detail. When it comes to the 3D, look at this flower, how it pops out. It's just stunning. So sorry for going on about it being my absolute favourite, but it truly, truly is. And then let me just go. Let me take. Where's my favourite? Where's the other gone? Oh, yeah, this one. Let's just take a little piece of cardstock. Oh, Debbie, have you used all your cardstock, girl? Hang fire. I can't have that. Let me grab a little piece down here.
It's like an Aladdin's cave of cardstock.
Have you seen it down here, Joe?
There.
Have you seen it down here?
We'll have to show people one day. Honestly, you've never seen so much cardstock. And I've got a big cupboard of cards, a special secret cupboard of cardstock. And stuff back here as well. I know it's like a Santa's grotto in here, isn't it, Debbie?
Oh, it's why I want to live in here. I've asked, but it just fell on deaf ears. I mean, Laura's saying it can be arranged. Oh, got all giddy then, Joe. Gotta be all arranged. I'd love to live in here. Do you know, I could stick my little bed just down in corner, but then I've got all my, it'd be a crafty haven, a crafty heaven. It really, really would. Now, let me just, shall we do the letterpress technique, Joe? Let me go and grab, just hang fire, let me go and grab my quick dry ink pad.
We'll wait. I mean, we've got nowhere to.
It's like we've got all time it will, haven't we, Joe? We've got all time it will.
We've got another 2 hours together today. Someone's saying, "Oh, double dose of Debbie Day, loving it." Says Carol. What a tonic it's going to be.
Absolutely.
Danny says he's got 2 of 3 orders from yesterday being delivered today as well. Can't wait till I get to platinum. I don't think you'll have far to go, Danny, knowing what you've been ordering recently.
Oh, do you know, I love seeing pictures of people's crafty stash, what they get. I love watching it. Now, I've just taken a piece of cardstock, white stamping cardstock. I've just used the quick dry ink pad, because although it's a quick dry ink pad, whatever it remains on this surface, it's wet. So the minute it hits this surface, the cardstock, and we run that through, that you get that lovely effect where it just becomes instantly dry. It's absolutely fabulous. And that's just one way that you can use it, because there's 2 different styles of letterpress techniques that you can do. But again, I'm just going to run that through again through my machine, exactly the same way that I've done with all the others. Same combination when it comes to the Gemini. Very simple, very easy. Do you know, I started off really nice and tidy, Joe. Nearly. Too busy talking, I completely forgot I've got my little plates in there.
Did it stop?
Nearly crash bang wallets on the other side.
Would the little ones come straight out?
They would. Look at this. Now that is absolutely beautiful. And I've used this on the deboss side, so it's gone in to that impression, but on the other side you've got that beautiful 3D feature as well. So again, really good. There you go, you can see it, absolutely fabulous. There's just so many ways you can use an embossing folder. This 4 are, dare I say it, my absolute favourites.
What one are these 4?
Embossing
what is your
folders.
absolute favourite out of the 4 favourites? So is what I want to know. So, I think I know the answer.
Of course. course, everybody knows I bang on about it that many times. But yes, Country Garden is my absolute all-time favourite embossing folder. But these are a fabulous price. This is 3D embossing, we're talking. 3D embossing for, I mean, what does that work out at per embossing folder?
Well, I got it wrong earlier. It's £3.50 per embossing folder.
There we go.
$5 if you're in the UK, which apparently is $5 as far as I'm told. Yeah, £5 or $5 or £3.50. Right, I'm going to give you a recap. I usually say pens and papers time, but it's not. Who has pens and papers these days? I mean, it's sticky notes, isn't it, that we're using? We're all just writing it in our phone these days. So should we whiz through a few bits and give you a recap? Remember, this is just half the party. There's another 2 hours coming later. So up next, almost half the stock of this half price item has sold out and gone. It is your Schmetterling Easel, $12.50 or $17.50 if you want to go for that one. Right, those Quirky Stamps are tray busy. You are loving these. These will get you that free gift as well. £35 or $40 is your price on those. Try that again, Joe. The nesting dies are up next. These are fantastic value. 40% off of these, which is great to get them on such a good saving. They were $77.94 or $101.70. Now down to £45 or $60. Oh, we got the aqua tints up next for you. These are fantastic. So in here, you've got the glitz and glamour, which has got the aquamarine, the amethyst and the pink garnet. Summertime, bringing you solar red, emerald green and blue topaz. And perfect pastels, which gives you the moonstone, the cosmos and the rose quartz. A third of that one has gone. No doubt we'll be seeing that one again a little later, Debbie. Up next, the Dyes Eye Ejabbour Art Deco collection. Again, tremendous value for money here. £4 for an Ejabbour die, just over $5. And the great thing is, because these are Ejabbours, it means there are so many different techniques that you're going to be able to achieve with these, which is great. Now, I need to have a very serious and stern word. Well, I don't do serious and stern very well. However, I'm going to try my best to, because 3/4 of that free gift has sold out and gone. If you want this, £30 or $30 worth of products in your cart. However, I don't imagine this being around when we get to the later show. Also, I asked the question this morning. I don't believe there's a replacement free gift or anything we can add to it either. So if you want it, I've not just got producer Laura today in my ear. I have got a Laura in my ear, but it's Big Boss Laura in my ear today, and she tells me, no way, Jose. Not on your Nelly, Jose, is what she told me. So it's not going to happen. You're going to have to get your orders in right now if you want that free gift. We will be back here at 4 p.m. in the UK, which is in 3 hours' time. It's 11 a.m. on the East Coast. Should I consult my clock so I can let you know then? So we're going to be back at 4 p.m. I'm like a really naff weatherman. 4 p.m. in the UK, which will be on the East Coast. Or let me just pop that curtain back around there so you can see on the West Coast, that will be 8 a.m. On the East Coast, it will be 11 a.m. And if you're in Central Europe, it will be 5 p.m. Thrilling. Check out my clocks. Right, Debbie, what can we look forward to in the later show?
Oh, lots more goodies, but we've got a few little extras that we're throwing in the mix, so to speak. So do come back and join us later on. I've got loads more demos planned, and I'm really looking forward to it. It's lovely to have a double dose day today. I'm really enjoying it, Joe.
It's going to be so much fun. Make sure you join us as well. Make sure you check out your baskets and get stocked up on the bits that you definitely want, because I hate you to miss out, especially on that free gift as well. Right, Debbie, it is lunchtime. I've got a chicken Caesar salad with my name all over it. So I'll see you back here in 3 hours, Debbie. I'll see you guys back here in 3 hours as well. Have a great day. Get some food, get a cuppa, and we'll see you back here soon. Take care.